Shut up.
No, you already ruined it. You already fucking ruined it again. Why can't you guys just... Oh, that does not represent what we are going through right now.
What did it roll?
Natural 16.
Oh.
Got a natural 3 on the hair.
I think we just assume that it's a nat 1
That's
from
fine.
now on.
That's fine. Anyway, welcome to Charisma Saves. Today we have, returning again, because I haven't killed them, Hugo, Sarah, Alex, and frames of Randy. As much as we can. As much as we can get out of them. Frame by frame, moment by moment. Guys, I want your screenshots on lock today. I want to see the best freeze frames from Randy as we can get. Randy, I think, is going to dip out at some point and change his Ethernet cable because holy shit. That is, what a tragedy. Just looking down there. Yeah, no. Now he's trying really hard not to make silly faces, which, I mean, you're attached to it. So.
Oof.
Anyway. Alex, how you feeling? We get canceled Sunday because you weren't feeling very well. You had 4 extra days.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Looking good.
Thanks.
Damn. Don't get jealous.
I'm good.
So, I feel like we have an announcement, but I don't know what it is. We have taken tallies for people to like what kind of shirts and stuff you wanted. Fight at the Noxodome is pretty high up there. Maybe a cover of one of the comic books that you guys are suddenly part of. There was another one as well. Oh, individual character shirts. specifically the one with Avelios and arrows crossing in the back. I assume an Alenia with a cool spear down the center would be rad.
Professor
Probably
with the wand.
Professor with the wand. Egnir with the staff or fungus, well, fungal staff. Probably
Maybe a spider.
Icilius with a Julia behind would be pretty cool. So, oh, Randy's just gone. Randy's bailed out. That's fine. Oh, there he is. We found him. Anyway, I made a custom subclass. If you didn't catch last time, I made a custom subclass for the symbiote warlock. But I forgot that this is YouTube and not Twitch. So if you would be so kind as to share that, if someone has a link to it, it is available on the DMs Guild. It's apparently pretty popular. It's got. Are you on your phone?
Sorry.
Are you on your fucking telephone?
I gotta see if I gotta go to jury duty tomorrow. I forgot.
Oh, well, putting your finger up changes nothing. We're still streaming. I don't know. Why would you? Okay.
Keep going. I'm just listening.
Yeah. Oh,
well, now I gotta listen to it again.
All right, that's fine. I don't. Whatever. You just picked up your. What am I supposed to think? Oh, it's the jury duty mail. Okay, well, I'll be quiet. Everybody look at Hugo.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay,
just
cool.
making sure.
All right, good. So,
I didn't want
anybody
to
else need to do? You gotta, you know.
I feel like
calls.
you've made a much larger deal than it would have been had you said nothing.
Yeah, that's of course that's what he did.
I couldn't have. What? Okay. What am I supposed to do here?
Just wait a second, and I would have just put it down, and it would have no one.
Alex will play a whole game on his phone while we're sitting here and won't get any shade.
Hey, he will get shade if he's not paying attention. So, anyway, I made the symbiote warlock class. If you want to play Venom in one of your games, or another one of your favorite symbiotes, such as Carnage, such as
Alex from Prototype.
What?
Alex from Prototype.
Sure,
yeah,
you
it's
can play
kind of like that.
I mean, you could kind of play the Prototype. It's very cool. I forgot the names of the other symbiotes, but they exist. They're all over the place.
Anti-Venom?
Yep, there's one. That one probably wouldn't work, but yeah. So, if you want that, I'm sure the link is somewhere in chat at some point. Or you can go onto the Discord and do that. So, other than that, we took not a whole time off because it's only been an extra 4 days, but it's been a little bit longer than usual. So to recap, basically we didn't do anything super major, but at the beginning of the episode, Professor kind of had to deal with the fact that he may have received communication from Icilius from a far-off plane of existence and is trying desperately to track that signal from within the Hartnell. Alenia and Jordan went on a date. He got some tattoos. He was very happy about those.
Huh?
Shut the fuck up.
What'd you say?
I said that's not all he got.
Wowzers. So,
I hope your date goes well.
do you know
tonight.
prestidigitation? Just asking. So, Egnir, after spending some time in the swamp, decided to come back to Gygax, didn't contact any of the people here, ended up just walking in, looking for a place that would be suitable for a maybe a new Golgari embassy, maybe something in the sewers. Golgari like that kind of thing, and came upon a seemingly frustrated and closed off Myconid colony from within the sewers that probably haven't been tended to in 5 years by any governing body. So those are just running amok. And Avelios is scheduled both a conference call, basically, with all the Era Cochrane leadership, and a date with his former, basically, life mate, Armadil. So, to start off tonight, and some housekeeping. Alenia did, in fact, pay some builders to build up on SkyPoint, and we determine the cost. Normally the cost and time it takes is 10,000 gold for 150 days, but if you build on a ruin, which SkyPoint is, it cuts everything in half, so it would be 75 and 5,000 gold, but with EJ's help, you get to cut the time in half again and reduce the cost of labor by 1,000 gold pieces, so 4,000 gold, and 38 days we're running up.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
I subtracted it just now.
What's today's date, just so I can write that down?
It's the same date you have marked off last. Whatever the last date is.
Yep.
It's under my shit right here. Where we are picking up is probably with Avelios, though I'm open to suggestion. Egnir, for instance, has just spent a very brief moment at the opening of this sewer system, to which I have a map, and got beat up by some fungus that he wasn't quite ready for. Alenia, I think your stuff was pretty much taken care of, and
yeah.
we're kind of on the in between. Professor, you have plenty that you could do, but Avelios, we didn't really do much, and we were waiting for you. I mean, we canceled to push you anyway. So if anyone wants to go first, have at it, because we are still technically in downtime. But other than that, happy to start whenever. And also, where it is? Don't worry about that. Just ignore that.
Grammar.
Avelios downtime music.
Reminds me of Final Fantasy.
A little bit. Shout out to Paul Romero and Rob King for composing this track. I don't know those people.
And providing it royalty free.
Oh, it isn't, but they get paid every time I loop it on Spotify, so I pay for it. So
Got
I
it.
get extra money. So you're hanging out with your done still.
Yep.
You are in the Hartnell. Egnir is technically you're down by the sewers, and because where the sewers end, I guess you're not from Gygax, so you wouldn't really know. Gygax is circular. You do know that, and it's kind of like a bowl. But the step down into the what used to be the council ground. So you're basically at what ground zero is for the event that occurred there. There's a ledge that goes down, and then there are stairs for people to walk. But that ledge marks the opening to the top part, basically the city part of the sewers, and then that all drains straight down. But there's accesses on those walls, and that's where you got to. Basically, everything behind you is just devastation. It's 5 years of old devastation. So I mean, like, nature is reclaiming a lot of the ground. It's not just dirt and rubble anymore. There are spots of green and some plants and things, but there is the rubble from a more recent structure, a tower that was built and destroyed at the center of this. And then other than that, Avelios, you are basically prepping for your talk with the elders. Your date is after that, so.
Yeah. What time is it right now?
It'd be the afternoon.
Cool.
So they wanted you to meet, like 4 or 5-ish, and then she wanted you to go to dinner. So.
I'm gonna go find Delric.
Sure. Yeah, Delric is over next to usually his base of operations. If he's not all the way back at Sky Point, which he sometimes stays if he wants to take like a weekend off or something, and not, because it can't always work. Because he does have an office there upstairs. He's been kind of localizing around that pub, trying to get this part of this mercantile section of the kind of human wedge running into the elven wedge of the city. And so he's usually around that. It would take, go ahead and roll an investigation check. This just determines how long it takes. Just aim for the inside. He almost threw that out of the first roll of the day.
I think 12 is probably fine.
12's totally fine. It doesn't take very long. It takes you about a half hour to track him down after asking a few people around. Again, you are noticing an influx of Aarakocrans. They don't seem super disgruntled. More anxious. You're getting, they picked up their whole lives and migrated. But you're also kind of getting the idea that there's a camaraderie in migrating together like that. Usually when you would send like envoys here, you would fly with many people. I mean, you did when you came down, people you didn't know, and you're just a member of the pack, basically flying. But you're seeing a less stuffy Aarakocra population, though definitely more worried.
I left my notes upstairs.
Have fun.
Alright, so I assume I'm at Delric now.
Yeah. He is literally just around that area, just walking the streets.
Pull him off to the side. Like,
Sure.
hey, can we have a conversation, please? I need your help with
absolutely.
something.
What do you need?
So, I have to...
Do you want to speak here, or should we...
Closed doors, probably best.
Okay. And so he heads you, while looking concerned, and heads you back over to the pub there, the nameless pub that basically has been more of a soup kitchen than anything else. But there has been, of course, you guys had dinner there not too long ago, and there were drinks had. And it is still guarded by the Praetorian Guard outside, all 7 of them. And you walk right in, and there's not a lot of people in there. There's, I forget his name. What's the old guy's name?
Which old guy? The guy who was the server?
Yeah.
The server's name was Brian.
Brian, yes. Old Brian. That's the one. He's in there just making soup for later. But other than that, you guys seem pretty much alone. People come in every once in a while and pop out, but no one's really paying attention to your conversation.
So, I have to speak to, obviously, everybody at some point.
Sure.
I'm not real great at it.
Well, I mean, what kind of leader do you want to be?
Haven't even thought that far ahead, to be honest.
How far have you thought ahead?
Not very.
What's not very?
That I just wanted to do what would make my father proud.
What kind of leader was he?
He's great. Very, like, he didn't make people do things they didn't want to do. He wasn't pushy.
Sure.
He was really, like he was laid back, but when he couldn't be laid back, he wasn't. But he did it in the right way, not the wrong way.
Okay. Sounds like an honest guy. He didn't come to the council very often when they were around. But I liked his ambassadors. I didn't get a lot of face time with a lot of them, but you know, you live here long enough, you meet people. I heard good things about him. He, from what I hear, honesty, integrity, and inclusion? He always wanted to... There's a lot of policies, at least, that seemed to come from him, that wanted to integrate more into Gygax itself, rather than stay nest-bound, as it were. I don't know what... Are you just going to tell them everything? They're definitely looking for a direction to go, so I think they need to know where they're going to live. I think they're going to need to know where they go after they find a place to live. Like, what's the next step? And I think they need to know who's in charge.
There's just a lot that happened, and some of it is real bad. I don't know if...
Is it bad in that it's wrong to do, or was it the right decision?
From me, I believe it was the right decision, but from Kai's, it was not great. The attack by the dragons on the nest was all perpetrated by him.
Can you prove it?
I don't have anything that I could prove it with. Unless I could tell them, but it's just, he said that this happened.
Well, I'm not from there, and instinctually I asked you for proof, so being from there, there'd be an emotional tie. I believe you because you're my friend. I believe you because I know what you guys usually do. You guys usually make the right choice. We have rapport, though. I don't know. I think honesty is best, but oversharing, depending, sense what the crowd is like. If they seem hostile, maybe don't let them know that your brother, so that's important.
Yeah.
Let dragons besiege your home. But at the same time, maybe that's what they need to hear. I would get a feel. I think you should start with what they want to hear and move toward what they need to hear. That's how I work with these people. First thing they want to hear, bed, food, shelter, otherwise. After that, they might need to hear it's going to be hard. They might need to hear that it's not super safe. That said, I will say, the people on the street seem to be encouraged by the fact that your people are here.
So how has it been around here? Safe-ish?
It's hard at first. There was, that gang. Red Cloaks. Were here early on. Most of them got driven out. We just had the numbers. They had maybe 3 or 4 dozen. They were trying desperately to hold on to just the human part. Some of them got worked in. Some of them left. As far as the rest of the city, it's too big. I don't know what's to the south of us. I don't know what's to the east of us. The core of the city seems okay. We have had a few people go missing, but I don't know.
Maybe that's something we could look into before we leave.
Sure.
Just to make sure the city's safe.
People move in and out so much, though. I don't know if it's a problem.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt, to be sure. Especially when it's in our home. The only home we have.
And since the Aarakocra wedge of the city was adjacent to the Elven, I think it makes sense to naturally keep expanding the repairs that way. I mean, there's already some of it cleared, obviously, so... I don't know. I have to get back to it, though. I can sit with you if you'd like. What time is the...
5, 6-ish.
They don't... I don't know how they're going to... I'm an elf.
But you are the leader of the city, so...
Kind of.
Leader in a way. In a sense. You're kind
Like
of
not to be.
Yeah. But you're the sit-in. Till we find someone better.
I don't like that. Yeah.
And maybe your approval of us being here would help them.
Maybe so.
Because technically we kind of moved into your...
Did you want to use this for the meeting?
Yeah, this should be okay.
Okay. It might be nice for them to see the Praetorian in general anyway.
Might be a little...
I don't know. Just the elders then?
Yeah, and then we'll have a bigger thing before. Or after, I guess.
Okay. Alright. Well, some work to do. I'll be back in the evening, I guess. 4-ish, 5-ish?
Yeah, about 5-ish, probably.
Alright. He gets up, sort of gives you a look and a nod, and walks out.
No.
I'll just go walk around, try and kill some time, play in my head.
Okay.
Like I know they were the watchdogs.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check while you're at it.
Oh, 25.
Sure. While you're out there, you are seeing again Aarakocra populations move in, and with a 25, you note that there's not a ton of the super low class Aarakocra races.
Sun, Trark, and Thurdo.
So you don't see very many. There are a few scattered about, Kenku and buzzard folk and stuff like that, but not a ton. You're seeing some common birds. Other than that, you're seeing pretty much everybody in roughly the same amounts that you typically would. What do you want to do? Anything else? Just kill time? Alright, so anybody want to do anything in that 3 hours specifically? Other than what you're already doing?
No. Do we know about when he planned to make his speech?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to watch.
I also would like to take a break from what I'm doing and watch.
Sure.
Dragged her
It's kind
down
of a
to come
meeting,
watch.
not
Would
speech.
Are you going to let them know? Yeah, it's a meeting with the elders.
Yeah, I'll tell them that I'm meeting with the elders tonight.
Okay.
But
Oh, are you not doing like a speech to the people?
I'm going to, just not.
People speeches tomorrow.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm not going to do anything tonight.
But I will
except
tell them about what.
Are you going to the talk? You can go to the talk of the elder.
No.
Okay.
I'll go if I'm allowed.
I don't feel like that's
Yeah,
my
there's
place.
nobody keeping you out.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll invite them if they would like to come.
I
But
don't really.
not to really speak much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't feel like it's my place.
I'd say the professor will. I
You do
assume he
speak
says.
Aarakocran.
Sure. I assume he says this to the professor, and the professor would say, like, yeah, in case things get really bad, I want to be there, but I know this is your deal. I'm not gonna try and steal your shit. Wouldn't make you look like a very good emperor if your friend kept talking over you.
Well, the invitation is open. Also, I'll tell them what Delric said about the other parts of the city and how people go missing sometimes, and they don't know if it's safe or not.
Okay.
And maybe we should look into that when we get done with a couple things here, just to make sure our home is safe.
Okay.
Agnew, did you want to show up?
No.
I'm shopping for flour.
Pepperoni and black olive pizza?
Oh my god.
That sounds
No.
terrible.
Chicky nugs.
No.
What? It's not? Hold on, what are you eating then?
It's a shitty cookie.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm shopping for flower pots for Jadon's apartment.
Flower pots for Jordan's apartment.
Yeah.
1 silver for every 2 flower pots.
Okay.
Which is a little bit higher priced than normal. But
Yeah,
I mean,
because
like,
it's not. I'm sure no one's really making a lot of pottery
not a
around
ton
here.
of pottery around, so the prices are raised. But yeah. Did you want seeds for that as well? Copper for a packet of any seed of any type.
No, I'm gonna take cuttings from the heart
Not like
melon.
any type, but
Yeah.
like normal flowers.
No, I'm just gonna like take cuttings from the heart melon
Sure,
garden.
easy enough. Go ahead and roll a nature check, which you are proficient in now.
I'm gonna blame the goat killer.
Goat killer?
I had this in my dice box. The
Or-
drawing from
Oh.
Ben from like session
Old
2.
Ben's
Man, I guess the
goat killer drawing, which is just a spider.
It's a 9.
The deal with the
A
demon
9?
affects all the
Okay,
games, I
nice
guess.
enough. You do kill a few roses, trying to cut them.
Oh, fuck.
But you end up getting cuttings enough for how many pots you find?
I'll say like get like a windowsill pot that we can
Okay.
put on there, and then like a couple of big ones for inside, just so it's like
Big? How big? Like are we talking like you could plant a tree? Like
no,
a small tree?
no,
Like a mango tree?
no, like probably about this big.
Oh, okay, yeah. So just like call it silver and 16 copper,
Okay.
or I mean 6 silver and 6 copper, which is like $16.
Gotta stimulate Gygax's new economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta buy flower pots and stuff.
Sure.
And I'm gonna spend a lot of time.
You're literally bartering for people, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not like a shop. So you're just like, hey, do you know anybody with like flower pots? And so, like, it takes a little bit of time, but people know who you guys are at this point. So
Yeah.
people aren't gonna like hide this information from you. Like, I don't know.
Do I?
Robert really likes his pots. Anything else? You good?
Just doing that.
Agner just wanted to eat a cookie. Cool. Works for me. Okay, so the time rolls around. It's getting to the point where sunset is about to occur. It's before that. It'll take about an hour and a half or so. But it's getting later in the year. And so it's a nice, that sort of amber purple that kind of happens during sunsets. And it's clear out with little wispy clouds in the sky. It's got that cool air, very reminiscent of the air you just experienced on the nest. So mid-50s right now. So you, how did you want to get there? Do you just want to walk? It's not super long. It's just.
Yeah, I'll just walk. That's fine.
Okay. It's a nice afternoon walk for you. Which means you're not spending at least 8 hours during this time on it, so it'll have to be a long rest later. Or is it 12 hours or full days or something? It was like
You were
full
saying
days.
full days.
Yeah, full days for that. So this one doesn't count,
Okay.
which is fine.
I'll just asterisk it so I know.
Yep. So, you walk into the pub, and inside are 8 elders. There are 2 snow owls, 3 hawks of varying breeds. There are 3 eagles, and the rest are common birds. So, or 2 eagles, and there's 1 common bird. I'm sorry. And he is a finch. They're all up there, pushing 20. So, old birds. And they're all sitting around. It seems like they've decided to push some tables together so that they're on one side, and you basically stand in front of the bar. You can grab a seat on one of the stools, or you can stand. There's plenty of spaces for you to be if you want to be next to them, or but it's basically kind of like this, except if I was standing and there was a bar behind me.
Okay.
It does smell like soup in here if you'd like some soup.
I'll take a spot somewhere inconspicuous, trying not
I mean,
to...
around the edges are basically booths.
Okay, yeah, I'll sit in one of those.
And then there's round tables, and then there's they have the 2 rectangular long tables that are usually out near the front. They've turned them together. Okay. So, Professor walks off to the side, you walk in. When they see you walk in, they all give you a respectful, and they acknowledge your status, at least, which is a good sign. To be fair, it's a very respectful, much like the Praetorians, who just kind of like, if you got that, that's who we listen to. It's a very respectful, it's not a politically divisive people, usually. You don't live a long time, and so everything is very populist, except for recently. But he had a populist twist on it, which was basically like, we deserve what we're gonna get. And villainizing the dragons, who are the natural enemies of the Aarakocrans, since you guys have shared a plane of existence. So, you walk out in front, and are you just wearing your like your armor and all your other shit like normal, or?
I wouldn't really. No, probably just like nice clothes.
Your fine clothes,
Yeah.
the crown, no weapons or anything.
Mm-hmm. Just very.
Okay, so it's mostly your robes that come down in the front there, with the off-white, purple, and gold, and there you are. And they're all sitting down, so even though you don't stand very tall, your eye line is above theirs.
We're short, okay?
No, not that. This.
They basically defer to you. You see their body language. There's a few of them with folded arms. There's a few of them out here with concerned looks on their faces. And then one person is taking notes. It's one of the snow owls.
Fits.
Yep.
Well. Welcome.
They
I
nod.
know this is not normal or typical of how this happens, but guess we don't really have a choice.
They kind of turn to each other and agree. You can see that they're definitely inspecting you, like your body language and your just kind of the way you carry yourself. Because the professor's with you, you're going to get advantage on this.
Okay.
Go and roll a performance check. What do you get?
At 20.
What's that bringing to you, though?
20.
Just, okay.
Oh boy.
God, he's got no charisma.
Nope.
Why is the one with the low charisma the one trying to be the emperor out of all of us?
Trying?
Well, I mean...
You know what I mean.
You don't need charisma to be
It's
an
funny.
emperor.
It helps.
I'm pretty smart.
Wisdom helps too.
Yeah.
Very high wisdom.
20 wisdom.
So it just depends. It depends on the way you want to approach this. Like if you're trying to be like Barack Obama up in here, the charisma would help. If you're trying to be more like Marcus Aurelius, the wisdom helps. So. And other stuff like your strength. It just depends on how you want to run it. So what you say will determine your rolls. And the professor can help in some ways. Just by his mere presence. And
Just like that.
We'll see if well, you have a little bit of confidence being next to a friend, so
Yeah. Well, also, I'm inherently confident.
I know, but this is out of your wheel. If you were trying to kill these people, no problem.
Trying to talk to them?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Alright.
So they all as they inspect you, their body language, you can see some tense shoulders and stuff. Relax a little bit. They appreciate the fact that you're an experience, even though you're young. The experience that you have shows through, and your confidence is definitely helping. Whereas a leader with wavering confidence can sometimes make people feel uneasy. Continue.
I know a lot has changed pretty quickly, and it was very unexpected, probably kind of terrifying for everybody. Everybody had to leave their homes, their belongings, their families, their jobs. They've lost stuff that meant a lot to them. And
At this point, you see the door push open, and Delric kind of walks down the back and sits next to the professor.
I just give him a nod. And it sucks. We didn't want to lose our home, but here we are.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion check.
Okay, just normal?
Yep.
Can I fucking stop
Aim.
dropping everything? Well, that's pretty good. 20.
20.
I have a +5 to that, guys. I'm proficient in that at least.
Okay. All right. And see him look around. One of the eagles stands up, which is customary in one of these. So he stands up, and I mean he's immediately 6.5 feet tall. So your eye line now goes up.
Fuck.
So you stand there. How did the nest come down? We were there. The dragons came. My unit was off defending in the air. And we see a spark. The arcane glass falls on all the islands, and they start plummeting. And then we start hearing word that people are spreading word to come to Gygax. As if it was planned. Do you know how it happened? And then he sits back down, and the rest of them look and go, yes, and they agree. By the way, this is all in Eric Cochran, for the record.
Delric doesn't know Eric Cochran, does he?
Nope.
Nice. Well, it was planned. Unfortunately, it had to be that way. And I was the one who did it.
Go ahead and...
The professor gives Delric very intense eyes. Sorry.
The way he phrases things makes me very...
Go ahead and, go ahead and roll just a wisdom check in general. This is kind of like a representation of your honesty.
19.
Okay. Rolling well. They look, and you can feel a little bit of the air in the room leaves. As kind of... They're trying to understand, and then one of the snow owls stands up, and she speaks. Why? Why would you do such a thing? And she sits down after a long pause, trying to think of something else to say, but doesn't seem like she can.
I assume this is gonna be a little off topic, but you guys have heard about Mistral, I assume. Most people know about it.
The snow owls, eagles, and hawks nod. The finch very, very conspicuously looks confused. Seems the lower castes probably don't share this due to its aspirational nature.
Well, it's gonna eventually be obvious, but it is in my possession. I did complete it, and my father, may he rest in peace, it was kind of, I was on the way back to the nest, and something happened, and I had a vision of a storm and a tempest, and it was what was underneath the city, underneath the lock. And there's another thing.
When you say the lock, they immediately start looking confused.
In the temple, underneath the temple where the crystal was, there was a guardian, and that was what was keeping the nest up. The problem with the nest is it was causing issues in some of the other planes, and eventually it was gonna either explode and everybody was gonna go, or I had to get rid of it and try and get as many people out as possible.
The other snow owl stands up, and he's the oldest. You might peg him at 25, which is a little bit past what's expected. And he kind of has a cane, pushes himself up. I've heard tales of a tempest in my studies. And he sort of taps his cane, a little arcane spark goes. Why was it there? What, you called it a guardian? What was it guarding? And he sits down.
The last piece of Mistral.
Go and roll an insight check.
23.
Okay. It was also guarding something else. It was, it had sealed off a group of people called the Air Ganassi. Do you wish to share that information as well?
Yeah.
Good.
And on top of Mistral, it was also sealing off the Air Ganassi as well.
The old man stands back up. I thought they were a myth. Have you seen any of them?
No.
If what he says is true, the nest's existence was leading to the imprisonment of innocent people. And he sits back down. It seems you've definitely convinced him. One of the hawks looks at this. And he stands up. Okay, but the whole war that we're fighting is for the nest. Why is my brother on the front right now? Why are my friends on the front right now if we're not protecting the thing that we said we were protecting? What was this all for? I defended our home. From dragons, I saw it happen. So why would you knock it out of the air? He remains standing, and two of the hawks grab his shoulders and bring him down.
Obviously, as you know, I wasn't the one who started the war, caused the war, and I'm looking to end it as soon as I possibly can when it's safe. I know it sucks losing your home. I was gone for 5 years, and I spent 2 days before I had to completely rip it out of the sky. It wasn't the easiest thing I've ever done. It's definitely the hardest. And it sucks. But I don't know why the war was started. I'm not Caius. I can't give you that answer. But I can give you is that I'm looking to stop it. It doesn't need to happen.
Go and roll a persuasion check.
24.
Woo!
This dice is all up in me today. Let's go.
Gross.
All up in you.
It's fine. It's fine. The luck's just continuing from 2 nights ago. It's fine.
Goddamn D4 is so pointy.
I don't understand.
Never mind.
Are you calling him edgy?
No.
Okay. This is gonna be a cumulative thing, by the way. You say that the hawk sort of sits back a little bit, seeming, while he was hostile a second ago, and you're noticing that the hawks are younger than the other ones, probably because they're the main military force, so their elders are as old as they can get right now. The eagles are similar, though they tend to live a little bit longer than all the rest of them. You can see kind of a little bit of a, not happiness, but sort of grasp of the situation a little bit better. And so the snow owls, the hawks, and the eagles start talking, and the finch is sitting there, rubbing his beak. And he stands up. And he's barely your height. Like, maybe you're a couple inches taller. Okay. So the nest is gone. We are to move here, to Gygax. I understand that. notice I am the lowest born here. Why? Why am I considered low? And then he sits back down. The others give him a look like that's how it is.
Well, that's... Since I've been born and I've been here, that's just how it's been. But now we have a new beginning. I want to be one, not have different levels. I want everybody to be the same. And that's going to be my end goal, is to get everybody the same. That way no one feels left out.
The two snow owls and the eagle stand up all at the same time. All four of them, and they go, What do we mean by same?
Check your bucket.
And they're kind of standing there, and the other four look at them, and they're like, we're trying to have a discussion here, and they kind of quarrel for a good 10, 15 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. It's starting to get heated.
Okay, I understand. It's a big change. It's not going to be easy, but the way we used to live, it doesn't exist anymore. The nest is gone. We're all going to be in the same location all of the time unless you decide to branch out on your own. And we have to start from nothing. So instead of having other people doing lower things, we're all going to be working as one, rebuilding out everything that we've lost.
The Finch stands. We would like seats at the council.
I don't see why not.
See two of the snow owls sit back. And the lady sits forward. This will take much convincing. She sits down. It seems you've, at the very least, won over the Finch. And one of the hawks. Go ahead and roll me. Just a flat charisma check.
Do I get Professor's help or no on this one? No? Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have it. 15?
15. Okay. Human calculator. 20 plus 20 plus 23, 63. Plus 24, 87.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 19.
It's 106.
Plus 15.
It's 121.
121. Roll me 3d4, omitting the lowest.
The lowest is a 3. I got
Omitting
2
the
3s and
lowest.
a 4.
So you have a 4 and a 3, so 7?
Yeah.
Okay, the only one you did not win over is the as one of the eagles. Otherwise, so basically as you get up, cumulatively it was 110 to get 2, 100 to get 1. Less than that, you got to roll 0 of them. You would just not win.
Yeah.
120, you got to roll 3. At 130 total points, you got to roll 4. So you rolled 3, you got 7. 7 of 8's not bad. That's a pretty good council session. You feel pretty good about it. The other eagle that's against it, his main gripe seems to be as they stand up and start to walk out. You can hear kind of part of the conversation. Is that ending the war later isn't good enough. His people are dying now, his family and his friends, and the Hawk kind of starts to agree, but he's like, but I think this is, considered your upward mobility, considered. So, I mean, from that conversation, you're getting a pretty good feel about what they want, and it seems what they want is a place to live. What are we looking at?
Everything just refreshed on the chat.
I'm good.
Guard.
Place to live that's safe, that is theirs. Theirs being the Aarakocra. They don't want to fight this war unless they have to. And half the population wants stratification, half doesn't. So, other than that, they seem impressed is probably a strong word, but more relieved at your strength and ability to talk about that. And then as they walk out, you feel relieved. Then Delric looks over. He gave me eyes. Why did he give me eyes?
Who gave you eyes?
Professor gave me eyes. He said eyes. He went, and I don't know. Can't understand what you're saying. So.
You understood everything.
Yeah, they asked about the nest and what happened, and I was a little concerned. It went really well, though. You did very well. Good job.
I don't really remember what happened.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know how you have those moments where, like, you just kind of do it, and then it's like, you
blacked out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there. Usually with more alcohol, but,
It seemed to go well. It seemed, at least, most of them were pretty happy.
Yeah. Pretty good, all things considered, since we dropped their houses into the ocean.
Uprooted their entire existence? Yeah.
Would have gone worse had everyone been home. So, the fact that most of the population's fighting a war is probably good.
Went a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, now you just gotta do that in front of,
Everyone.
Everyone else. Everyone who wasn't the people who were specifically in this room. Good warm-up.
That's a speech, by the way. That's not a back and forth.
Yeah.
So take some time for yourself, IRL. Give yourself, a couple paragraphs or something. It doesn't have to be super long.
Alex doing homework?
You can run it through your speech helpers as well.
Yeah. I do homework. Okay.
So...
If that homework means playing Apex and drinking G Fuel, then yeah.
And RP
Dude, I do a lot
with
of
Jake
homework.
on GTA, okay?
Yeah.
As Barry Maddox.
I'm Hunter, the bounty hunter.
You're so fucking
And he looks just like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Anyway, so...
I know, right?
All you gotta do is download it and play.
Yep.
It's free. So... You have a little bit of the evening. Does anybody else want to do anything? Egnir, you have, did you want to head to a certain location in the city?
I just want to track down a place to buy, like, a leather-bound journal.
By a leather-bound what?
Journal.
A leather-bound journal? I mean, you could probably find something like that pretty easily. You're going to have to barter for it, and it'll be more expensive. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
2.
It's a
Lost
city,
in the city.
and there's no signs. I mean, there are, but there's a lot of old ones and not a lot of shops open. You don't know, maybe the professor has one around? You have no clue. He's got a workshop. Maybe you could kill a cow or something?
Yeah.
Tame want to hide
So
yourself?
I'm just gonna transport via plants back to the Hartnell.
Start making papyrus. In the
Cities
fucking...
are too much work.
Yeah. You do so. And you're at the Hartnell, and nobody's home.
That's fine. We're gonna go inside and just tend to that blue flower some more.
All right. Did you lock it?
I would have locked it if no one's there.
I don't think he has keys.
No one has keys but me.
Maybe you should give us keys. Okay.
That's a good idea. You get murdered in a cave somewhere, and then there's just a key.
You're just gonna leave us in a cave, in a murder cave?
If you're dead.
That's what you do with those.
Wow!
Are we
What a friend!
Are we surprised? Actually, yes. I'm surprised he wouldn't take our body and do experiments on it. to be
Yeah.
honest. Especially mine.
You
I'm
do-
definitely getting science experiments done.
I feel like
Go ahead
also
and roll an
me,
insight
but...
check.
26.
26. You're high enough level, and the Hartnell's new enough. You feel someone trying to tug on the door. Like, just lightly. Just kind of like the key jiggles a little bit, and you're like, ah.
Okay. I'm gonna start heading back to the Hartnell.
Not like a lot. It's just like,
Sure.
doot, doot, and then it's over.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just start heading back.
I'm gonna go back as well.
Okay? Elenia, are you going back, or you staying in the city with the...
Stay in the city.
Alright. So you stay, hanging out what you're done through the night, probably grab some grub, go to bed, hang out, watch whatever Netflix is on.
Netflix and chill.
Mostly chill!
God damn it.
You can do whatever you think you would have done in that
I
situation.
teach him how to
Plant
take care
those
of
seeds.
plants. Stop it!
Wow!
Wait, what did he say? I missed it.
Stop!
Seeds.
No!
He meant in the buckets!
Yeah. I mean, you guys are doing some flower potting.
I'm teaching him how to actually take care of plants.
Okay.
And helping him clean his fucking apartment because it was grody.
Fair enough. He's probably
So
already taught
super-
you some things too.
So it wasn't that he was dirty. It wasn't that he was dirty.
I know, his head was gone for a while.
He like left and like he just packed up everything, didn't clean before he left. So there was some schmutz, so to speak. Well, good job.
Also, what kind of gear does he have with him? If he wants to come with us on a fucking adventure, should we like get him new stuff?
He has gear. What are you talking
I
about?
know, but like, what's his armor and stuff like?
Plate?
Just normal plate armor?
I believe so.
He's got the sword of sharpness.
Yep. And tattoos.
And he's got the ring. Wait, does he still have that ring that we gave him?
I think so.
The Ring of Evasion?
That one.
Yep.
That's
I
like the
don't think
only
I have one.
magic item he has, right?
The sword of sharpness is attunement, I believe.
I don't remember. Well, regardless, he has a slot or two open,
I
so.
think he has a periapt. I could be wrong.
I don't
have
think
a
he
sheet
does.
somewhere around here. He gave it back to me. I don't know. I'll look for it another time.
If you can find it, I'd like to look
I
at it
have it,
before
I
we
just-
go, yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to do before Velios goes on a date?
A lot of me time, huh?
There was 0 you time last
That's
time.
fair.
You gotta, is that a no?
I'm not gonna roleplay the Netflix and chill
Well, no.
session
I know.
here.
I'm
I
just-
appreciate that. Thank you.
Didn't know if you wanted to have a conversation.
Go ahead and roll a nature check, and he'll roll an intelligence check.
Oh god.
Okay.
Better be a high nature check.
Natural fucking 20.
Okay, so
That's
total
a
had to get to 30.
26.
Yep. So, he rolled a 9. I think he has a +1. Because he was a teacher. But it was just math to kids, so I mean, not super high. Come on, it's not that real of a job. It's mostly childcare. I know from firsthand experience. Anyway, yeah. So you teach them kind of, you got to keep the soil moist. You plant the seeds, and you just got to take care of it. And it might not seem like anything's happening for a while, but it will happen if you take care of them. Make sure there's proper drainage. Make sure it has good light. Make sure it doesn't dry out. And then he grows on zucchini or something. So yeah. It'll probably take, if you want him to be like good at it, he knows how to plant seeds, but he doesn't know how to take care of a plant.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so you do that for a little bit, and he knows how to do the thing. Okay. So you head back to the Hartnell. Is there anything you want to do when you get there? Because Agnir, I think, are you just hanging out outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nowhere else to go.
Well, obviously, Sig is around, and you go to the interior
His new
of
best
Skypoint,
friend.
which, by the way, builders are starting to show up. They're just setting up today, and tomorrow it looks like as they bring supplies and prep, and there's wagons and stuff that have been bringing timber and brick and different things. Looks like go and roll a perception check.
20?
Okay, it looks like a lot of it's reclaimed from within the city. Probably rubble and other buildings that have just not made it. So it's these aren't like super fresh boards of timber, which is kind of good to you because it means that they're recycling. You know, it's not about they're not destroying a lot of nature in this process. You kind of like the idea of them cannibalizing their own city to build outside of it. It seems like part of the natural order, even in an abstract sort of non-natural way. It's a little more satisfying. Short walk and you get to Sky Point. It is now, by the time you get there, the sun has set, and Avelius is probably about to be on his day. Do you want to do anything?
Because I already took the time off, the rest of the day it wouldn't count towards anything.
You could start, but basically you'd tick off tomorrow, tick off the next day, and then.
Do I want to do anything?
But you've already taken a day off, and you're kind of like, ooh, it's kind of nice to stretch legs a little bit every once in a while.
You should go on a date.
Where is Kazdan? I haven't seen Kazdan in a while.
He's been doing security. Usually those are out further, on the perimeter.
I'll ask around if anyone has seen Kazdan just to see.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a. Do an investigation check first.
23.
Oh, okay. So then you found Carl.
Okay.
Oh God.
And he knows where everyone's posted because he's in charge.
Sure.
So you find Carl, who is very near Delric, but he tries to have his own space because he's Carl and he's trying to be in charge of stuff. Kazdan is on the northern edge, trying to make sure and sweep through where the Aarakocrans are going to stay. They're making sure there's no wildlife, which has definitely been happening, and making sure just if there's any big threats at all. It doesn't seem like people have been talking about a lot of threats in general. There doesn't seem to be hysteria or no one's worried because there's enough people here to kind of drive most of that away. But you've heard tales, I guess stories, recent stories of like wolf activity, just kind of, or more hyena and fox and stuff like that. But people was like, oh, wolves, and you're pretty sure they're not like local.
Sure.
So. You've also been hearing stories again, as Avelius mentioned, some people have gone missing. You don't know where.
Okay.
Carl has been sending people to investigate, but yeah, Kazdan is out with a small patrol, just kind of poking around and making sure everything's good. They should be returning soon, though, because it is nighttime.
Okay, I'll wait till they get back and then maybe hang out for a while.
Okay. So as you wait and hang out with Carl, do you want to talk to Carl about it?
Yeah, just
shooting the shit? Because he
as
loves
much as
that shit.
As much as the professor could connect with Carl, he's gonna make an attempt.
Go ahead and roll a flat charisma check.
Okay.
Real good at bullshitting.
Yeah.
That's not a good roll though.
No, it's not. 9.
9. You try to stomach talking about his sword for as long as you can, which, boy, does he love that sword. And then you kind of talk about security and stuff, but all his problems seem so small compared to the last several months of your life, and so you start to, like, your thoughts wander, and he's not a very insightful man, but he can start to tell that he's boring you. He doesn't get butthurt about it, but he gets a little awkward, and then he sort of walks away.
All right.
You're there for like an hour. It's not like you didn't give him time, and you were genuinely trying to be interested for as long as you could muster it. So an hour is an achievement in your opinion.
All right.
Meanwhile,
this is the eating a gallon of mayo of conversations.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Velios, did you just want to stay in what you're in?
I want to put those robes on that I had.
The non-emperor but still nice robes. Okay. What does it look like in your head? Doesn't matter.
Great, right?
It was gray with the blue and gold cord on it.
Okay.
That you talked about last week.
Okay.
Just real basic, but looks
mostly
nice.
plain, but has a nice blue cord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has nice little accents on the collar and stuff.
Sure. So you look presentable. You head up to Katie's apartment, where Armadillo is most likely getting ready, and you're in the hallway.
Look at that wonderful big breath thing that they always do in the movies before they knock on the door.
And in real life.
Yep.
Is that a thing that men do?
You have no idea. It's just to take that deep breath before you just go for it, and knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door, and a couple moments go by. And you see Katie. Hi.
Hi.
She's just getting ready. She'll be just a second. Where you guys going?
That Eric Cochran restaurant.
That's right. Okay.
I relate to Katie so much.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm very excited for you.
You seem.
I am rooting for you. I'm your biggest fan. Also, Cinco's going to be home tonight. You can't come back.
Nope, I don't want to know.
Fair.
All right. That message. Sending.
No, I mean,
No, she was talking about bird dick.
God damn it.
I already had that conversation with Sig.
It's exactly the way you think it happens, but with a bird dick. Anyway.
They're both pretty diminutive species. That works out.
Yeah, he's only slightly taller than Velios, and she's slightly shorter.
Like if he was a centaur, I'd be asking more questions. But...
Yeah. I've been on a date with a girl that was 4'11". So, it's like the same thing. I don't have a bird dick, though, so... Or talons.
Or a beak. Or feathers.
None of that. I have none of those things. None of those qualities. My bones aren't hollow. Anyway.
Except your ankle.
But she can cast magic. Who knows what she's capable of? So, dude, think about that. Polymorph.
Nope.
No, okay, I'm good.
In the Harry Potter movies,
That's enough.
Hermione turns into a cat accidentally, and furries definitely exist in that universe.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
It means the same universe.
Do you guys know that Harry was a furry?
Anyway. Yeah. Representation
Sorry,
without
J.K.
representation.
Rowling.
How many fanfics are called Furry Potter, and it's a furry Harry Potter fanfic? At least 3,000?
Not enough.
100 million. So, after a little bit of that, and you get your fair warning, and so you kind of get why Katie is a little, and you kind of see now, wait a second, Katie isn't like in business attire with she's not always dirty, but she's definitely working, kind of like a baker. You know how they're not ever dirty, but it's definitely your hair's up in a bun for a reason, you're not wearing a lot of makeup. She is now. She's not wearing a ton of makeup, but she's a little tomboyish in general, but you can definitely see a little bit of an attempt at a glow up on her own part, and it works. She's cute anyway, so it's, but a little time passes, and Armadillo comes out, and she is wearing a kind of just a white sort of. It's very similar to your style. It's mostly these are unisex anyway, but she has pearls on not on the necklace on the bottom of the. What is this? I don't want to call it a sash. It's the part that goes down the middle where the legs come out the sides. So the legs are out, and then there's a sash part that comes down the middle. So you're just
The loincloth?
Like a tabard?
It's kind of like a tabard, yeah. It's kind of like a tabard, except it's a little more ornamental and it comes around the sides of the thighs and stuff. And so that has pearls along the bottom, pearls along the sleeves, which are open and they kind of hang down a little bit if her arms are up. And then it has this silver sort of tie in the middle here, and a single pearl button up at the top to keep this kind of up. And she sort of walks forward. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
See, she's awkward. And then
Fits.
she sort of goes over to Katie, and they're about the same height. And she walks over, and she puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "Have fun," and then walks on out. Okay. Lead the way.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, yes, let's do it. And then you start, let's go. Let's walk down. And then you start walking down the apartment steps, and you walk out the door, and you start making your way. And again, this is pretty simple. If you just follow it left, it'll kind of guide you around, clockwise towards your destination. So yeah, you do so. While you're out, there's not a ton of people out. It's not like when you guys had walked through the city at nighttime when Gygax was in its like heyday. There was always like a lot of lights and a lot of activity, and the nightlife was like super vibrant, and there was noises and smells of all the different food. It wasn't like a party all the time. It's not like a party town, but it was definitely just like lively. Businesses were usually open almost 24 hours a day. Just a big metropolitan area, and now it's a little more chill. There's still people out. There's still people trying to, have nights out and still trying to like have a normal life. As these tiny spots start opening up, most of it's street food and stuff. But you make your way. It takes about 20 minutes or so to walk. Is there anything you want to say on your walk and talk?
Just small talk.
Okay. So you guys have... I have to click on this or it'll delete them. So you guys have small talk about the weather and, this place that you're headed to. See what she knows about it. Not a bunch. Basically... they seem to have like low-end Aarakocra food, but specifically one of your favorite foods, fried grubs. So, and mealworm and stuff. So you're looking forward to having some real Aarakocra food. You don't know if they have bliss cake, but it's like your national dish. So
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
I wish my national dish was just drugs. What's your
It's not
national
even-
dish?
it's
Pot
a
brownies.
disease.
Yeah, it's a disease. It's not even drugs. It's hijacking your brain.
What do you think alcohol is? Your body's like, I don't like this.
Well, it's not a disease though. Disease implies like a
Like
a living organism affecting you. It's
I
midichlorians.
understand. Okay.
Stop.
Not an infection.
What's that?
That's an infection. Disease is just a derangement of the natural function of the body.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
This is why Randy's here, for the doctor opinions.
So it's an infection, but it causes a disease.
Yeah,
Fuck it. So,
an infectious disease.
yeah, you don't know why though, but you are interested.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, did he tell me about that
Nope.
yet? Oh, yeah, I'm
Nope.
not interested yet.
you will be.
Yeah.
So, as you make your small talk and walk down, you do see, it's a white building that has since been reclaimed and built up, and it is the cleanest thing around here. It's clearly been polished from head to toe, and it looks like it is fully staffed. It's very weird to see around here. In fact, we need some different music to fully
More
integrate.
somber Final Fantasy moment music.
Let's see if this is the one.
Do you have Careless Whisper?
You have Freebird.
Stop!
Nope. A tavern on the riverbank. There you go. Maybe this one, Evening in the Tavern. That's more what it is. There is music coming from inside. It's this music. Fully staffed Aarakocrans and elves. Doesn't seem to be any humans around. All in these very white suits. The Aarakocrans wear something similar to what you usually wear, except the bottom is kind of these, you know those, I don't know, what the trousers with those puffy pant legs that taper off at the knee, and then they have like the socks on you, except you don't have socks because you have bird feet. What are those called? Like troubadour pants or something? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
You
but
can
I don't
envision
know.
them.
Joggers? What?
What?
What? Yeah, all
are
the
you talking
joggers in fucking
No.
1300.
You know what I mean, though. Like.
They're not joggers. They taper at the knee and they're puffy around the thigh.
Oh.
Whatever that's called.
They're not just called puff pants, are they?
No.
I'm
Puff.
thinking
Are you thinking
Pants.
like medieval, like Renaissance poofy pants?
Let's see if we
They're
can
usually
get
like tights.
like this.
Yeah, very similar to that. So,
Oh.
but they're
yeah,
white.
They're just pants.
They're white.
Yeah.
And then everybody on their like chest,
usually
right where the
stomach.
breast pocket would be, they all wear what's that called when you give? It's like where to prom.
Boutonnieres.
Boutonnieres. They're boutonnieres. Or corsages for the ladies on the wrist, but the boutonniere, and it is a flower. It is a flower, a blue one, and then it has greens and yellows and reds all around it, all around the top, and so it's kind of like that. And you see other Aarakocrans and people sitting around outside. There's like the dining area with this wrought iron black sort of fencing, kind of like a cafe. And on the inside there seems to be an actual dining area, and it kind of goes in and up. So there's a second level. You want to walk forward?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do so, and these don't loop very well. It's fine. They're very short songs. And so you walk forward, and at the door, before it opens, you are greeted by a young elven person with a nice tight ponytail, blonde hair, olive skin, and they say, "Welcome. May I take any possessions from you before you come in? We can. It doesn't look like you have any coats or anything. Weapons? Okay, that's good. Welcome to Valentinians." And then it opens up, and you walk inside. And
You okay over there?
I don't know why it's funny.
and you are go ahead and roll an insight check. And while you are
Oh no!
and,
What?
and while you are being escorted,
Give the name
you've got
of
it then.
the
If you don't need to roll
restaurant?
if you don't need to roll the insight, you got it.
What?
So
Oh!
you walk in
No.
and are promptly seated by the greeter. Would you like a booth or a table?
Booth?
Booth, absolutely. We have a lovely corner booth, and you're brought over to the corner booth, and you start to see the Aarakocrans in the place. They start to look at you because you're wearing your head thing, right? Yeah, they start to look at you, wearing your Emperor's crest, and they watch you walk past. As you're headed over to a nice corner booth. It seems like it probably would seat 4, but it's just seating the 2 right now. It's a nice, like crescent, sort of half circle that you sit on the inside of. And the elf snaps fingers, and then right in front of you, a icy bottle of wine shows up, and it is white, but they make sure to mention, we have everything. Would you like a different kind?
Unless the lady would like some now.
She looks up and goes, you pick.
bring us whatever. A couple
Whatever.
options.
Absolutely. Couple options. There's a white and a red now in the bucket, kind of side by side. Both of which have gold foil on the top, so they've been untouched, and you'll have to take them off and do them yourself. But there are wine glasses. There's a cork thing, and you do it all yourself at the table. Part of the experience here is you make some of it yourself. So please, by all means, feel free to have as much wine as you'd like.
Will do.
Do you pop one open?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one?
Which one would you like?
You pick.
Let's go red.
Okay. So you grab the red, you twist the cork thing down, pop it out, and you start to pour. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
With cider, no.
Well, are you wearing your
Oh,
goggles to
no,
dinner?
never mind. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. Oh,
That'd be amazing.
That's a 26.
Okay. You notice that as you pour, the bottle does not get lighter. The liquid maintains its same amount at all times. But your glass fills. And it's good. It's a good sweet red. It's not super dry. It's more on the fruity side, but Aarakocrans tend to like fruits and nuts and things with a little bit more sugar to them anyway. So it is nice. And the elf walks away for a moment, allowing you to spend a little time. Thank you for choosing. I hate choosing at restaurants. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I get overwhelmed. There's just so much to choose from all the time. I don't know every wine in the world, you know?
Yeah, I was just kind of panic pick, so.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad. That's what I do too. Yeah, you panic pick. I'll choose off the menu, but if they offer us nebulous choices like that, definitely you go. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Woo! Gives me too much anxiety. So, Katie was really excited about this.
I could tell.
Yeah, she gets like that.
She's nice, though.
She's a fiery one. Spent a lot of time around her. She has a lot of energy.
Yeah, well, so does the professor, so.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of energy. He's a lot.
That's good, I think.
Talking about you and what we're doing.
They all seem nice, though. That's good. I thought you guys were, totally honest, thought you guys were there to assassinate us. And then, well, you didn't. And that was good. It's weird. I didn't love Caius. But I was worried about him the whole time. And then he died and I wasn't. The elf walks back up. Well, I have appetizers to choose from. You get to choose from one during this meal tonight. We have fried mealworm. We have escargot. And we do have frog legs.
Mealworm?
Mealworm it is. Like this. And a nice, it's almost like a boat. There's two tiny spoons on either side. Almost looks like a gravy boat. Filled with fried, hot, and tasty mealworms. And tiny spoons on either end. You know that you usually take a spoon, do this. And then it comes with an arrangement of sauces that you can, that also have their own smaller spoons. You basically take a spoonful, can take one of these sauces. There's a green, a red, and what seems to be like an oil-based herby thing you've never seen before. You're a green guy, which is kind of a mixture of mealworm guts and like garlic and stuff, and it's not as gross as it sounds. There's like a sweetness to it, and so you can kind of do that as you like and eat them. As you do so, whew, these are good, and it doesn't seem like they're magic as you eat them, because you've had like prepare food and water. It just seems like they're teleporting it from the kitchen to here. And as you look around, since you're so used to wearing magic stuff at this point, you don't even have to like look for this kind of stuff. You can see underneath the tablecloth, there's a faint glow. It looks like there's teleportation circles, etched into each one of these tables.
Jesus.
That's fucking
This is
expensive
like
ass
Oh,
table.
this
extra.
is
Eric Cochran's though.
top of the line shit. And you look, and these are probably, not only is this Eric Cochran like magic, this is probably imported from the nest. Which means whoever did this either did it way before it fell out of the sky or had weird priorities while it was falling from the
Probably
sky.
weird priorities.
So you're sitting there, and Armadillo looks at you, and at this point you're kind of like, you're enjoying your, you're having a small conversation, and she kind of sees your eyes searching. You looking for somebody?
I just like to be aware of my surroundings.
Go and roll a deception check. Ooh, that's pretty good charisma.
17.
Oh, you just beat her. She got a 16.
Oh my god.
She goes, okay, alright. I mean, no one's gonna get you here, It's fine. She
Play it
enjoys
off
some
of
more of that.
paranoia.
She takes the wine at this point and pours you both another glass and sets it down. Right back into it's chilled, because it is a fruity wine. Everybody in chat, if any of you are winos and you're like, room temperature wine's better, you're wrong!
For sweet ones, always chill.
Always chill a sweet wine.
So,
The other one's a Moscato anyway, so.
how do you like it here?
In Gygax?
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's a
big
little different.
change.
Yeah.
Big change.
Sudden change.
Yeah. A lot's happened. I think I'm still kind of like catching my feet here. But it's nice. It's at the nest. It was always a big to do every day. There was, not casual like this with a bunch of people around. And she takes a look and she looks around. Look at this. And you look around and you're finally taking stock of like who else is here. Like you're like, oh yeah, Eric Cochran's. It's Eric Cochran's of all walks of life. It isn't just like snow owls, hawks, and eagles, which is what you're used to. It's everybody. Not a lot of buzzards still, but you do see a couple raven folk across the way with their whole family enjoying some sort of crazy something specifically made for them. And it's kind of cool. You're getting a lot more diversity here. And kind of by the nature of it being this is the only spot that's like fully functional in the area doing traditional Eric Cochran food. And food is something that your people like a lot of your culture is food. A lot of most cultures are food, but Eric Cochran culture, you live for so short that like diet isn't like a thing. Like you don't need to like go on a diet. You're not going to live a super long time, and certainly not long enough for it to affect you. Not a ton of you are super overweight or anything because you got to fly, but like you guys just like eat constantly. And so yeah, you could get used to this. And so could she, apparently, because she's looking around and just, a smile is happening. And it's not just because you're here, although it's part of that. You guys seem to be getting along quite well. It's just like a comfort level, and it's a comfort you haven't felt in some time, where you're just kind of like among your people. It's pretty neat. I mean, there's elves and stuff around too, but the elves aren't super far away from culturally, as far as how you like to maintain your nice shit. They just get older. That's pretty much the difference. And so, it's nice. And you guys pour another glass of wine. I mean, these are small glasses because you're small people, but yeah, go ahead and roll a Constitution check. 20, yeah. You're not getting drunk, you're not getting buzzed, but you are enjoying your time. After a little bit longer, the elf comes back. How is everything?
Great.
Excellent. Well, now we get to choose first course, which can be a soup or a type of salad. We have one house soup tonight. Again, we are using our snails, but these are the larger. It's kind of a snail chowder of sorts. A little bit on the thicker side, very delicious. And we have one salad tonight. It's just a variety of mixed greens and chopped vegetables. In case you're looking for that, mostly eaten with a spoon. And some sunflower seeds inside of it. And a very beautiful lemon vinaigrette. He does this.
I will take the salad.
I'll take the chowder. Sounds good. Sounds good. She's getting a little bit loosey-goosey now. Not like drunk, but she's getting a little bit more,
Yeah.
liquid courage going on. So you guys start digging into this, and the salad is very good. It's very fresh. The chowder is good. Okay, well, and the chef has been notified of your presence and would like to come by and share a word, if that's okay.
That's totally okay.
Brilliant. I'll go tell him right away. And then walks away.
Oh, that's great.
He
Okay.
might just be the owner, not the chef. That's
So you have small talk again.
Well, Katie told me we can't go back to her apartment tonight.
Yeah, she told me to.
Makes sense.
Yep. I figured you guys had a room on that,
Yeah, of course.
whatever that is.
Yeah, we can.
What is that called?
Well, it's called the Hartnell.
The Hartnell.
Yeah,
Okay, alright.
it looks like a bathroom.
It
But
does.
It's more than that.
It does look like a bathroom. It didn't look like a bathroom on the inside.
It's better if he explains it to you. I don't really
Oh, yeah?
grasp it all,
Okay.
but he'd explain it for hours, so you probably don't want him to.
Just sort of laughs. You start to hear murmuring from next to you and you hear the word chef. And then you turn. And in front of you stands a slightly taller
I want to die.
chef hat wearing, apron clad, blue parrot.
this blue parrot has blue balled me.
Oh, fuck.
And the parrot walks over. He's a little more bulbous. Good evening.
Hello.
We here at Valentinians would like to extend our gratitude for the new emperor for coming in here. And the elders had good words to say of you today. So I just wanted you to know the dessert is on us tonight.
I appreciate it.
He reaches out his hand to Armadale, and she reaches her hand back and grabs it and goes, "Thank you very much for coming tonight." Sets her hand down. And then he bows to you. "Please enjoy your meal." And then he walks back away.
I was so excited, but also so scared.
A little time goes by, and the elf comes back.
Chad's probably like, what the fuck is going on?
I have no fucking clue.
I'm so blue-balled on this. Even Randy wasn't here for that.
No, I have no idea.
That
what's
was like
happening.
session 2 or 3.
Fuck, it was so early. We were in Gygax before it blew up, and that happened.
I was like level 3 at that point. Like, fuck.
So, the elf comes back up. Okay, well, it looks like your course number 1 is done now. Course number 2, protein. We do have a vegetarian option, and of course, we do not. I suggest the do not. So the first one is a series of toasted nuts. It's basically a tasting tray of sorts. Toasted nuts from all around Cador.
Bougie.
It's very bougie. I mean, like
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
It is a lot. And of course, they will be coming in the shell, and you will crack them yourself. And then we have a series of oils for you to enjoy with them, if you would like. For the non-vegetarian option, we have dire shark fillets. These can be served with a variety of different sauces if you'd like, but we suggest the apricot. Very delicious, over a nice rice pilaf.
How do they even
I'll
share
take
it?
that.
They don't have-
The dire shark with the apricot.
Dire shark? I'll take the shark as well. Excellent. And you see about 10 ounce, which is, I mean, that's big for me. That's huge for you. About 10 ounce fillets of dire shark, very similar to the shark you murdered out on the open seas to try to steal its blood. Way overboard.
Literally overboard.
Literally, okay.
It was on board and then
They
it fell
cast
off.
water walk on a shark and things ensued.
Don't
Well,
forget the
first we
teleport arrows.
teleported
And
it
teleport,
onto
it
the
was a
deck.
lot. So anyway, you have
And
this
then we exploded it.
a nice apricot sauce. So it cuts into that. There's a little bit of a saltiness to the shark, a little butteriness, and then a nice light apricot sauce that has a little acidity and citrus and sweetness to cut right into that, and a nice rice pilaf. Get at me, Gordon Ramsay. And it is delicious. You eat as much. Go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
13?
13. You almost finish it. You're getting a little stuffed, but you know that more courses are coming, so you guys are both trying to save some room. She eats a little under half. But it's really good. You haven't had a nice good fillet of
Just a
like
meal?
like a real fish in some time. You guys have been eating rations a lot.
Yeah.
You guys have been eating as on the go as you can. You've been eating the stuff in the Hartnell out of the bar and things like that. You've had a couple nice dinners, but it's been not the life you grew up with. I mean, it's really nice. So some time goes by. You have a chance for more chatting if you'd like.
Feels nice to finally sit down and have a meal and relax.
Yeah, we did a lot of this. I feel like I only relaxed and ate meals and dealt with politics, but
Yeah, I did the exact opposite.
but I will say it's very nice not having the pressure to do something. I don't have to come do this. I wanted to. That is much different. So thank you.
It does feel nice not having to do something as well.
Absolutely. Let's toast to that. She lifts up her glass and go ahead and roll a Constitution save. Fuck. It's getting a little bit harder now that you're drinking. Net 1.
4!
4.
That's a
You can't crit fail these, but
give me
yeah.
a shit about that once.
So you are definitely
Who
getting.
rolled like 4 of them?
I
You
also
are
rolled nat
definitely
20s.
getting buzzed
Yeah.
at this point. Your face is getting warm. Your fingertips are a little more numb than usual. You're not quite as perceptive as you usually are. But that's okay. You're not trying to be super perceptive. You're just enjoying the conversation and the food. Your waiter comes back. All right, so now it's time for a little bit of a wind down in the meal before the dessert. So we do have some light offerings. We have, first up, we have a mango lassi. It's a yogurt drink. It's very delicious. And we also have a mango sorbet. Apparently we had a shipment of mangoes they had to use, so. But both are very delicious. The sorbet is obviously more of a cold and has a little bit of whipped cream on top. And the lassi is just, if you've had a milkshake, you've had a lassi. It's a little bit more on the tart side. It's very nice.
I'll have the lassi.
Lassi. She'll have the lassi as well. And comes out. It's basically in this nice chilled mug. It's a thinner mug, and it doesn't have a handle on it, but it's like octagonal, like a frosted beer mug. A little thinner. The top is finished off with what seems to be some sort of sweet cream, and down on the inside, it's just this nice, beautiful. It's basically this color, this deep yellow, almost orange color. And have you had a mango in real life before? So you know what mangoes taste like. It's basically mango ice cream drink. It's super good. By the way, Indian restaurants in real life sell mango lassis, and they're delightful.
I wonder if ours has one.
Oof, they do. And boy, is that delicious. It's cool, it's refreshing, it's citrusy, and it's not super heavy. It's not heavy like a milkshake is. It's just really nice. And you enjoy that for a little bit of a sweetness. Not too sweet though, because it's more of a Greek yogurt, so it's got a little bit of a heartiness to it, while still remaining light. So as you sip those, she's also a little buzzed. These are good.
They are pretty good.
Whew, getting stuffed though.
Well,
Wonder what the
dessert is?
dessert is.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know. Do you think they have bliss cake?
if not, we can get some.
Okay, cool. All right. Ooh, delightful. Oh, how much is this place gonna cost?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I didn't really check. They didn't ask either if it was okay. So,
That's not a big deal.
all right. Well. So, how do you feel about? I mean, he was your brother.
Yeah.
You okay?
I mean, it sucks. He's my brother. No one wants to, you know.
Is it more that he was the person he was, or
Yeah,
is it more that he's not here?
it's more the person he was than more than he's not here.
Yeah.
My dad died. My mother, he was the last one. Just me and him. Now it's just me.
She kind of puts her hand on your hand. And me.
And now you.
The elf comes back. All right, lovebirds. Wink.
I was waiting for it. I was like, who's gonna be the first one to make the dumb joke everyone thought of?
Surprisingly, it was Jake.
Yeah.
It was the elf.
Okay, Name's
Jake
Jake.
would have said it much earlier.
that's fair.
Working the table. And after you hear him say that, there's definitely been more waiters saying that. It might be a thing. Might be forced marketing. So, all right, well, we have two traditional desserts with a little bit of a twist. So first up, we have a delicious almond ice cream, which is, I guess, non-dairy. It's made with almond milk and churned, and then frozen into a perfect sphere, and then covered in liquid gold that is edible. And then we put a single piece of flake chocolate on top, and you crack into it like a beautiful golden egg. It's called the golden egg.
Are we bougie enough for you
I
yet?
need guillotines.
And next up,
It's like the
we do in
chocolate bar.
fact have bliss cake, but we can't give it to you in the quantity that normally comes in. We basically give you the shooter itself, so we have enough to go around, because it's the one thing we can't make with magic around here. So we do have that. It'll just come in a small cylinder, and you'll take that. Up to you,
So, bliss cake?
bliss cake.
Bliss cake.
All right, I'll have to bring that out though. Walks back. You don't know why. And on a tiny golden tray, you see in basically beaker stands, two silver steel cylinders, and they're set down in front of you. Please enjoy. And then he walks away.
Wow. Bliss cake.
I love this stuff.
It's pretty great.
Tiny clink. Tiny clink. Immediately, your senses are overcome with, as the name describes, bliss. Everything is the greatest thing all the time. Given this serving, it'll work for about 5 minutes or so, and it is delicious. It's gelatinous and cool and sweet and a little mentholated, and oof, it is just so good.
This is the greatest thing ever.
And you look around, and the lights are in the air, and you can see the music, and you can feel just everything. You feel every stitch of clothing on your body, and it doesn't feel weird.
It's just ecstasy.
You can taste your tongue, but it's fine. It tastes like the bliss cake. You can feel your eyelids scrape over your eyeballs, but it feels like a back scratch for your eyes. So you're like, oh yeah.
I can feel your sensory hatred.
Oh man. Aren't blinking your eyes just the best? Armadill's already doing it as you look at her through blinks. Your eyes open. You see blue in front of you. You bitch. And you look up and you see a blue feathered peacock with full peacock wings, plume out, and at the top of each feather on the plume of peacock feathers, you see like a lace veil over each of them that's weighted down with jewels.
Oh, I'm so happy.
He's wearing a vest and golden bracelets all the way up his forearm, like halfway. Rings. Armadillo looks up and goes, "What?" And then before she can say words, he goes, "Honey."
I love it.
And he looks over to you and he goes, "I never forget." And just literally looks at you sassy.
Hi.
Hello, Ibelios.
Fuck! He does not care.
Been a while.
5 years, 3 months, 3 days.
Oh my god! Oh no!
It's a long time.
I've moved on since then.
But he keeps
The date, yeah.
I want you... Fucking me up. I want you to know I've met someone else.
Okay.
And he calls me back after dates.
I don't have a phone. Or what?
He treats me right. And you do not. That is why, I'm sorry to say, I'm over you. And he turns, his plumes, and he steps away. Valentinian, the owner of this establishment.
I'm so glad he's alive.
I think the sass and anger are what kept him alive this long.
After the rumble, like, fucking
Arma-
settles, he's like,
I am not dying
That-
here. Not until I can tell him what for.
that bitch.
Armadillo looks at you and goes, what? The bliss cake is definitely around the come down.
Real unexpected. What?
What? He called you a bitch.
Yeah, that was real
Factually correct.
rude.
Who is that?
Well, I guess it's story time.
Yes, please.
I need to be honest with you that you just dated my
Fuck
guy
it,
to
why
get
not?
a discount.
What a power move.
So, when I got to the city and I met those people, we had to do a job and I needed some better armor and I didn't have enough gold. So I may or may not have went on a date to get a discount.
That's kind of mean.
Yep.
That's not. You don't tell a girl you did that. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
It's fine.
Well,
The wine's kind of talking a bit.
I'm glad I don't own any stores.
Oh.
It was a different me.
I mean, he did say it was 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's been
Oh, wow.
5 years.
So, you and him, like,
No.
so I mean,
No.
other
No.
guys.
No.
No?
It was just a lunch, and that was it.
So it wasn't like a phase?
No. Just a lunch.
Fuck.
One lunch?
Just one lunch.
Oh. I mean, if you are, I don't care.
No. It was just one lunch. That was it.
Alright. Okay.
It changed.
She's very open
The elf walks up. Hello.
Hi.
Question, how loud was he? Did the rest of the restaurant just hear a sassy gay owner come up and like, chastise the emperor? Yes.
I love that he has no fucks to give that Avelios is the
I don't
emperor.
even think.
I respect it, frankly.
I respect him so
That's
much.
exactly what you would do.
I want him to have the world.
Velios
Do you guys have any
dies.
backstory on Valentinian? Because you just kind of went to the store.
No, we don't know.
He just made armor and then also
Yes,
thought
he does.
Avelios was cute and then flirted with him and
He
Avelios
didn't make
took
armor,
advantage
he's a
of it.
tailor.
Yeah, that's what it
Who
was.
was able to enchant.
He enchanted some armor and added some pockets in the vest
That makes
you
sense
had.
with the restaurant too. It's enchanted and shit. Okay, yeah.
Seems he's gotten a lot better.
He's got more to him, though. So, the elf comes up right after this, like, awkward pause in your conversation, like they were waiting. Hi!
Hi.
So, about the comped dessert? Not comped anymore.
It's totally fine.
It wasn't my decision. I think you know whose decision it was,
Makes
and I think
sense.
I don't need to. I just...
Yep, you're good.
Okay,
Nope,
thank
it's
you.
fine.
I just felt bad, and I was forced to tell you.
I get it.
Alright.
Not mad.
Me either.
Shocked.
You're
Surprised.
the emperor. I mean, I'm an elf, but I still, you know, you're kind of a celebrity. So I just
It's not a big deal.
gotta be honest with you. I
Reminds me of Morty.
was,
Oh jeez, Rick.
I was dreading
Oh,
that.
jeez.
Oh jeez, oh god.
If you guys keep pushing me, I will put a Morty character that's a vital NPC, and I will talk like this for 4 sessions. Oh, I don't know, Alenia.
I almost won this now.
Well, anyway, hope everything was great, and technically you're banned, but we'll see what happens. So that'll be 150 gold.
That's fun.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's wow.
Yeah. He doubled the price. I have to keep my job. It's one of the only jobs here.
I'm dying.
I'm paid a fair wage though. You don't have to tip me.
That sucks. Here's 200 gold. You had to deal with this. It's fine. Just forget it.
Wow, 50 gold?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. This is fun to get out of this situation. I think we both want out of this situation.
Okay, I'm retiring. Okay, cool, great, yes, thank you so much.
Yep.
The meals cost more than his lifetime pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got short lifetimes in fairness.
He's an elf.
Oh yeah, shit. Duh.
Okay, alright. Well, thank you for visiting Valentinians. Next time wear a disguise. Have a good night, sir.
Thanks.
Ma'am. You have to leave now.
Yep.
Okay. Text Nicole. Make sure to delete that from here.
Yep.
Okay. And you get up and you walk on outside into the dining area and...
This is everything I could have asked for.
Whew! That was,
Interesting.
wow.
Yeah.
Double the price.
Yep.
75 gold for all this? I guess that's... it's a lot, but...
It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's worth it.
Whew. Okay, well...
That's...
Gotta be honest. Best date I've ever been on.
The end didn't...
That was,
I'm allergic to
very
being
entertaining. I can't wait to tell everybody, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna know about it by tomorrow morning
Katie?
anyways.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, they might, won't they?
If it makes you feel better, I'm sure the professor would really love to hear the story.
Okay. Well, we headed back?
It's up to you.
Oh, there's nothing else to do here, really. Want to fly, though?
Oh yeah, I'm not walking. Unless you want to walk.
No,
Take flight.
I'm not allowed to fly. Almost ever.
Well,
But
we
now I am, right?
Take a little detour if you
Fly
want.
wherever I want.
We can fly a little bit longer. Just fly
Sure,
around
lead
a
the
bit.
way.
Okay.
How long do you want to fly for? It'd basically be like a half-hour flight to
Okay.
Arnold.
Like an extra 15, 20 minutes or so.
Okay, so you kind of fly up and around, you kind of make a lap around and kind of tell her about different stuff in the city, how it used to be, and maybe about when you first got here and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. And you do so. And you head back to the Hartnell area. Which music is that?
Shameful music.
So you're inside. What are you doing?
Is it night yet? Is Kasdan
Oh, yeah.
probably back?
Oh yeah.
At some point, probably go find him.
Okay, yeah.
See what he's doing.
So while they're on their date, you're out in the city, and yeah, Kasdan comes back and doesn't look super tired or anything. Nothing really happened, it seems. Oh, hi.
Hey, how you doing? It's been...
Good.
I guess it hasn't been that long. I look at the launch I have
days.
or whatever.
Day and a half.
It's hard to tell. I've been working on this thing, and it's just been... I don't know. I've lost track of time. I don't have to sleep when I do the things I do usually, so...
Oh,
They
okay.
kinda
I don't
just-
sleep a lot either.
You want to go, like, hang out or get a drink or something at the Hartnell bar or somewhere?
Yes. I need a drink.
Okay. Awkwardly starts walking towards the Hartnell.
Okay. And he follows you. During that time, basically, you guys just probably shared what's been happening. What he's been doing is sweeping through block. Like they'll pick a block, they'll sweep through it super thoroughly, clear it, put markings on the road, and then move to the next block. And they do it in shifts, so it's contiguous. So there's never like there's nothing that can slip through.
Sure.
Seems like most of it's just been wildlife. But he has been hearing whispers from the other men that people have been disappearing as well, so that motif keeps coming up.
Sure.
Not a lot of people. Go ahead and roll an insight check, just to kind of like, because he says a lot of things. Maybe you can figure out a pattern.
18.
It seems to be most of the people that are disappearing seem to be going off alone into the more ruined center. Not like dead center, but they're just disappearances seem to be happening more around the central area than around the edges.
When you say the center, do you just mean like the entire section that is the tower was in that effectively got blown up, or even like into
Pretty much down to that line where the sewers and stuff, because a little bit of that's still structural and standing, but most of that inner circle went kaplooey 5 years ago. So, yeah, it's mostly that area, that desolated area where not a lot of people go down to, so you suspect there might be other wildlife for sure. Because, again, it's miles long of city. But also, there's probably stuff worth salvaging down there.
Okay.
So it's probably the motivation for a lot of people. And you walk back. You guys are still in the city, though?
Just look at me.
You're done to let you stay in the city? For sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Egnir, while that's happening, is there anything going on?
Is it still the same day, right?
Yep, it is nighttime.
Now I'm just gonna, I guess, hang out by the barn hole, go into my trance.
Yep, you do so. Okay, you walk back, and when you, on approach, you see Egnir basically sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground, and some mushrooms have started to grow around where he's sitting.
He's making fairy circles.
As I walk up, I'll be like, "Oh shit, yeah, I should probably come up with a way for you guys to be able to get let in there when you need to." He just kind of looks off like he's thinking, and decides it's not the time for it right now. So
I assume we're all back on the Hartnell.
You will be shortly.
Okay.
You're still flying. Is Egnir coming in to the Hartnell now that it's open?
Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay. You do so. Oh. I need something alcoholic. Heavily alcoholic.
we have the previous version of me enjoyed to drink a lot. So we have a lot of like options. And I show
think we
him.
had one of every top shelf liquor.
We
didn't
did, yeah.
Yeah,
I have it
wait,
written
from
down
which bar?
somewhere.
You bought one of every top shelf
Yeah.
from, I believe, the Ivory Drift.
Yeah.
I think so.
We like
So we
stocked.
got-
Because
Okay,
we
so
got
some
lemon
shit.
cakes and stuff like
Yeah,
that too.
you got some shit.
I run down
Yeah.
basically for all the different stuff.
Okay. Ooh, anything citrusy would be good.
Some
Citrusy.
lemon chill.
Sure, I'll take some limoncello, but it's got to be more spiked than that. It's mixed with vodka or something.
Jesus.
What did he say?
Basically, just want a
Citrusy?
strong cocktail.
Is orange citrus?
Yeah.
There's orange in
What?
the Kingslayer. I'll make a Kingslayer.
Okay.
Oh God.
Is orange citrus?
This is real me
No,
talking.
I know,
This
and
is-
I don't know why.
You are not a functioning
That's
adult.
like the citrus.
I probably have scurvy, so
Okay.
Makes
All
a lot
right.
of sense.
I did just have a blood test done. The results aren't back yet. It'd be hilarious if they came back and like, by the way,
By the
you
need
have
some
land
vitamin C.
scurvy.
I love that you said land scurvy. It lives on. So, you make some Kingslayers.
Yeah.
And you gotta make 2 Constitution saves, 1 for each half. So are we? Because he's gonna start downing it
Oh god.
with
Okay.
this blue juice. Are we drinking him?
I guess so. Sure.
All right.
The other me's in my head somewhere and
1,
probably real
2,
happy.
3, go! Okay, first one's a failure.
16?
That's just enough.
Or
Kingslayers
no,
are
17.
15.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the second half goes up to 18.
Oh.
Nope. Too
No.
close. Nope. So you're both first and second level. Well, no, you're first level. He's first and second level. Which is not like blackout drunk.
Has been a handsy drunk.
5 is blackout.
About to find out, aren't we?
Handsy or antsy?
Handsy.
Oh, no.
Like destiny.
No. Oh, I needed that.
So how you been settling in, all things considered? I know you'd been, probably on the move for a long time, and now you're settling down more.
Settling in for a little bit. Yeah, it's been good. It's been nice to help, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of creating political disruptions.
They both have their benefits, but
Oh.
it's nice to do some good stuff for a while.
I missed this place.
Yeah,
It's cleaner.
it is.
I'm used to clean, and it's a lot to deal with out there.
Yeah.
I stayed in the common house one night. It was a mistake.
Oh, God.
I didn't know what they meant.
You didn't know what, and they said go to the common house, and you were like...
We don't have those.
I mean...
we don't have them.
You could break it down. House, common.
No, I just...
the house where a lot of people
I understand, and maybe I should have. I knew right away when I walked in. I guess I didn't realize how slumsy it was.
As much as I respect the fine people of Cador and Gygax, I don't want to sleep in a room with that many people who spend that much time with wild animals.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
I'm here for the finer things in life. I was gonna go to that restaurant.
The new one, yeah. Velios was supposed to be taking, his mind-wiped kind of girlfriend there.
Wow, that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
no, I've been hearing good things. A lot of elves are going there.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out sometime.
For sure. We could go together sometime if you'd like. If we both want to see it.
Sure, when I have time, I just...
Yeah.
he just sort of
He just
gestures and
gestures out. Everything's work all the time. Yeah, I get it. Well, I'll be settled in here. Apparently, Carl says that there's some apartments that are opening up soon in the Elven Wedge, so I'm gonna try to get some nice ones.
That'd be good.
I'm gonna rent 2.
Why are you gonna rent 2 apartments?
Well, I don't know. Friends
Okay, sure.
from the Oath, if they want to stay or
Fair.
something. I'm trying to get nice ones. I have lots of money, so... Spare no expense, right?
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah.
guess getting on the ground floor of a city rebuilding, probably not a bad way to make some money, I
thinking
guess.
about buying some real estate. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a good way to make money, and you wouldn't have to...
I was thinking about a PI firm.
You're gonna start a private you're gonna investigate things? Or you're
Well,
just...
hopefully not, but if I have
Okay.
to at first, sure.
Okay. It's interesting. It's a more...
It's a way to apply my skills, scratch that itch, without assassinating people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a benefit. Getting to more, legal work.
Legal at all would work.
Yeah. You're pretty high up in the guard at this point. Maybe you get to decide what's legal.
That is the most chaotic statement you've ever made.
Decide what's...
He says it with like a
Chaotic
saying it with like a
neutral.
joking
Yeah.
attitude. He's not being serious.
I know.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. At this point, you do get to the Hartnell.
I want to find the professor.
As you're finishing off the last of the Kingslayer, and drunkenness starts to settle in.
Okay.
Again, your face getting warm. That sort of like... Your eyes just get sort of heavy. Velios walks in, dressed up. Hey!
Boy, do we have a story for you.
Okay. All right. What happened?
You want to tell it?
Oh! Kasdan sort of unbuckles the leather, takes off the outside of that, so it's just like a undershirt. Oh, that's so much better. Yes?
To bring a deep V.
It's not a deep. No, it's all the way up to the top. It's tactical. I mean, he does unbutton the top button, but it's not like he's not trying to be a sex object. He's just trying to get comfortable. Kicks off his shoes. Oh. Please don't let me interrupt. Do you have another one of these?
I start mixing another
So
one.
The professor's starting to mix Kingslayers. Do you want one?
No, I'm okay. Would you like one?
What is
It's
it?
a Kingslayer. It's a lot of alcohol.
When I first came to Gygax, did I have one of these or multiple? I don't remember. Is the
I think you had 3.
the bold text here? Did not go well. Wound up spending the night in prison with
Shit covered pants.
not the cleanest pants. There was prestidigitation involved, and one will be fine though. You'll be fine. I wouldn't tell you to take something if it wasn't okay.
Wow, that hit home for real life Jake and real life Alex. Wow.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Yikes!
Surprised you haven't called me over to hear this story.
You're in the city.
I know, but
Oh.
She's too good.
Oh,
for
you
us.
can.
She's too good for us now.
what? No, I
Nah.
didn't want to bother you
She might.
guys.
Just gotta get that booty. I don't blame her.
Get your done booty. You got a butt tattoo?
That's the one you showed later. I got a third one. Surprise.
It's just another butt. But both cheeks. It's a butt tattoo.
That's something I think he would think is clever.
Yeah.
I hate you.
You know what? I'll take a Kingslayer. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, excellent. So you're mixing up drinks for everybody,
Sure.
which is, I love imagining Hugo doing this for everybody.
I know, right? The
That's
Being the
socialite.
host.
No, Hugo's very social, but being the host and mixing drinks
Yeah.
is like, that's some shit. I pump that into my veins like that. So,
Hook me up to an IV of
Yes.
that.
do it. So,
So, do you want to do the honors of telling the story? You said you were excited to tell everyone.
she did?
She said she.
No. Kazan said he was excited to hear it.
I thought at the dinner.
She said she couldn't wait to
she
tell
couldn't wait
everyone.
to tell everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She meant like Katie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we went to
And
that
the people that they work with.
new Eric Cochran place.
Yeah, how was it?
Oh, we've been talking about
we were
going.
just talking about going. Was
So
it good?
Guess who's the owner?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead and make a.
I was gonna
go
say-
ahead and make a just a guess based on. Yeah, so go ahead and roll a like a insight.
Okay.
Based on his expression and kind of like how it goes.
8.
8. Professor says like, well, I know who it's not. Your brother.
So, do you remember way back the peacock?
Your gay date. I remember that. It's burned into my brain. It's my favorite thing I've ever seen you do.
Yeah, he owns it.
No way.
I'm sorry.
It's literally called
Gay date.
I go to Cass and I say, we have to go. I grab him by the shoulders.
Okay, yes.
I
Why?
can't go anymore.
Did he ban you?
Yep. And charged me double. And he yelled at me in front of everybody.
Caston is loving this. You can see Armadale starts just like belly laughing. It was.
He didn't care that I was the emperor.
You know what? Good for him.
He kept track of the exact day. 5 years, 3 months, 3 days.
That's a little creepy, but
And he said, I found somebody better, yet he remembered the exact date.
good for him. Get it, Valentinian. I respect that man.
It's called Valentinians.
You know, out of all the people who, it's real unfortunate, all the thousands and thousands of people who died. You know how happy I am that he was one of the only ones to survive?
And he just so happens to be the owner of the one Eric Cochran restaurant.
About half the population of the 2 million that were living
Yeah.
here died.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just happens to be the owner of the one Eric Cochran restaurant in Gygax that I can no longer go to.
You know, maybe you've learned a valuable lesson to keep in touch with people.
You know, that's fair. He did call me a bitch.
Yeah, That sounds like him. Okay,
Hopefully he doesn't remember you. Oh, he won't remember you.
Professor, you
love
have,
this
We-
you have the
Different-
tiniest desire to raise your wrist and be like, hey, Lenya, it's up to you. You know that she'd think that was funny.
I will briefly. I'll be like, Alenia,
What?
if Elios went on his date,
Yeah, how did
his
it go?
ex-boyfriend was there.
Wait, Valentine?
Yeah, he owns
He's
the rest.
alive?
He
Oh
owns
my
the
god!
He kicked him out and charged him double.
There's just like wheezing laughter on the other side of the face.
And then there's a pause. You can hear some mumbles. And then you hear, "Because you're done."
I hope the discount was worth it.
Wait, where are you guys right now?
We're at the Hartnell in the bar.
Are you gonna hang out there?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna.
You know, I would say I want to go home, but
Oof.
Can't
I'm
do
gonna
that
get your dad
anymore.
to come with me, and we'll head towards the Hartnell to hang out with these
Okay,
losers.
it'll take a little while to walk.
I could also fly us.
You want to roll a strength? I mean, that's a long time to carry him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check. Are you wearing your belt?
No, it would have been on the Hartnell, so
Yeah.
probably not. I think it's like a 21.
You rolled a natural 20 to help, so yeah, you could carry him. He's
Even
kinda
if it's
fine
for
with that.
a good ways, just to.
He's fine with it. He makes a joke about, I mean, in the air.
Done. I cannot concentrate on that at all. And carry you.
Alright, another time. And then you just kind of...
Also, everyone would see.
Yeah. Agnew, by the way, you're around if you wanna... You hear them all cackling.
He probably heard us dying.
Yeah, like even from the garden, if that's where you were at, or the greenhouse, you could hear them all cackling.
I'm gonna tend to the flower first, and then I'll make my way
Okay,
towards it.
so I need everybody to roll a Constitution check that's in the bar right now.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh,
16?
Kazan saved.
That's a 5.
Okay, fail.
16.
Too bad me and Jordan
Success.
can't really get fucked up.
You get to make 2 though, because it's your first string.
Oh, we have to talk about Blitzcake.
19.
Okay, you're good. Armadale is fucked up. She is 3 levels of drunk.
Woo!
Kazdan's 3 levels of drunk. You're 2.
Okay.
You're 1. Wait, none? None. Wow.
The Iron Will over
This
here.
is a lot different because so it seems like your blood hunter blood is starting to help push toxins out. So that's good. In some ways, everybody else is just like Kazdan and Armadillo are both pretty sloppy, but still hanging in there.
You guys good?
Yeah, Kazdan goes.
I wonder how Blitzcake mixes with alcohol.
We have some.
We have as much as we want.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please don't let us get there after this.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Blitzcake?
Yeah, sure. I go.
Alright, you start preparing the bliss cake, and at that point, everybody else walks in. So, Agnir walks in first, because he's closest.
Sup?
Hello?
Welcome. Do you want alcohol?
Does he have mushrooms? Why does he have those?
He grows them, and then
I know that, but why?
he likes dead stuff. I like him. I like that you like dead stuff. Makes me feel not super weird. Dead stuff's cool. Fuck you guys.
Can I make myself another Kingslayer?
Caston walks up to you. He's like, "Can I try one?"
Sure.
Fuck. No grace.
You just ate part of his body.
Oh my god. Are we walking
And then
in
you
on
walk
this?
in, and you see Caston pull his hand and go into
Oh.
his mouth and go.
Do they have bliss cake out?
Professor's preparing bliss cake.
Whoa!
Evelios is starting to mix a blue drink into
I'm-
many different things, and he's starting to pass them out, and he goes, "Ooh, nice!"
I'm
And then
I'm running up to the professor and going, wait! You need to know about a thing, okay? It's a bliss cake?
Yeah,
Does
it's
it?
bliss cake.
Yeah, So me and Jordan had bliss cake the other day, and it did
Cool.
nothing to us. So
You want more? We can have as much as you want.
No, we figured out neither of us can get, like, sick.
That sucks.
Jordan walks over to where Evelios is at, and he sits down. Okay, bro.
It might
up,
be
buddy?
a
How's it going? He kind of
disease.
daps you
I'm
up.
glad that we can actually have a conversation now.
I know,
And
right?
I say that loud on purpose.
Huh.
It might be a disease.
Oh yeah,
Do you want some alcohol?
it didn't work on us.
Do you want some alcohol, Jordan?
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
What
I'm
do you got?
making him a Kingslayer.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's good.
take a screwdriver and like scan it to see if I could detect any sort of.
Yeah, he's fun. He starts drinking.
I have to make 2, right?
Oh yeah. No, just one after the first one.
Okay.
Your body sort of acclimates well.
That's a
I was gonna
6.
scan the bliss cake to see if I could.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
6, by the way.
Okay.
6.
Can I
The
help with
second
that?
Drunk.
The second level drunk do anything
Not with
as
the
far as
scanner.
skill
He
checks?
gets advantage on it. What?
It's disadvantage.
Is it disadvantage? But
Oh,
I normally
what?
get advantage, so.
Oh, because you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So-
best you can do with the scanner. She can't help with the scan part of it. She can help you like talk about
Oh,
it,
that's good.
but you're gonna have to do this first scan by yourself.
24.
Wow, 24. You don't know exactly what it is, but it's definitely, it definitely goes into the brain.
Yeah.
And it definitely fucks with your visual cortex. And it manifests differently for different races. Whereas it's a less severe reaction for an Aarakocra, it's much more severe for someone like you. You wonder if it's because of their visual acuity, and kind of the way that they can, owls. I mean, technically, Evelios can rotate his head 180 degrees, so which you haven't done a lot
That's
of. But
creepy.
360, technically.
yeah, I guess if you started all the way there and then went all the way back in.
Yeah.
359 degrees. I mean, if you had like a lab, you can find it's definitely a pathogen of some
Sure.
kind. Like it's got like it's they're not wrong.
Go. There's something in it. It's fine though. It's like a cultural dish.
How did you know that that's not, like, I don't know, doing something to make you sick?
Are you under the impression alcohol
Are you
is good for
drunk?
your? I'm fine.
We're fine.
Yeah,
Wait.
we're great.
You drank?
A little bit. It's fine.
Everything's
told-
fine.
Remember?
Preston,
Yeah.
Remember?
how many drinks has he had?
2, 1, 2,
1?
1,
2 drinks?
1? 2?
2.
I'm really trying to remember. Did we do? I think
What?
we did. I did a second one.
It's
and
1 or 2.
It's 1 or 2.
It's one of those
The
numbers.
party.
I
Also-
know, I'm just surprised that he's drinking.
Have a drink.
Sure.
Kingslayer.
Yep.
Alright.
Velios is trying his hand. Roll performance check. With advantage, you saw him do it.
I'm assuming that Jordan is not
A 1 and a
drunk at
2.
all.
1 and a 2. These are very rough Kingslayers.
I am not great at this. I apologize. Enjoy your all alcohol.
It is. There's a little bit of blue at the top,
Jeez.
where it seems that whatever the blue part of this, he may have grabbed the wrong something because it's separated. And so, as you start to drink it, are you using the straw or dumping it in your mouth?
Probably would I don't know. I guess the straw if it comes with
Okay,
a straw.
so that part's harsh. Harsh first, sweet finish. I need you to make 3 Constitution checks.
God.
So the first one,
Oh no.
okay, as Jordan's gonna make
6.
another one. He's fine.
6 and then a 17.
Okay.
And then much higher. 23.
Okay, so your first level. Whoop. It's 2 levels in toxic. The second one's an 18. And from here on out, if you drink any more, you're just going to get drunk. Progressively.
Velios,
drunker.
that was really
I never said
strong.
I was good at it.
What did you do?
But now you were drunker than I am.
Hey!
Um,
Agneer! Jordan says through just buzzed. Drink with me, buddy!
Hey, mister.
Drink with me, buddy.
Okay.
You drink? Is that a thing you do?
Don't worry, I got you. I'm making another one.
please don't
Agnew.
fuck
Oh no,
it up.
performance check just flat.
13.
13. It's a little bit better, but it's still pretty strong. He's only gonna have to make 2 checks, but it's not nearly as good
Getting
as
better.
you are. It's pineapple juice. You keep forgetting pineapple juice. I think that's in a Malibu, like a blue. What are those called?
Sex on the beach or something.
Those blue? I don't know.
No. Well, some of them are.
It's like coconut rum and some other shit and
Yeah,
pineapple
it's pineapple
juice.
juice. It's
Some
Malibu
blue
and pineapple
curacao.
juice.
There you go.
Jesus.
So, go and roll me 2 Constitution checks.
Yeah, not good. 4 and 12.
Oh,
Yeah, you're 2 levels intoxicated pretty quick.
Got another one.
we are all fucked up.
Hey.
Wait, 3.
Jordan
three
is
of
the
them.
only
That's pretty
person who's not.
good.
I'm only 1 level.
Pretty cool.
It's been a while since we drank like this.
Where's that bliss cake?
Oh yeah, Bliss Cake!
No.
Woo! Wait, I can't. It doesn't
Jordan,
work
it
on
won't
me.
work on us.
And we're on drugs.
No.
Have I showed him the hookah bar. We have that.
You
Sure.
do have a hookah bar.
Oh God.
To the hookah bar.
No.
Bring some extra drinks.
No.
I'll bring them all. Don't worry, I got you.
All right, cool.
Okay, I guess I'll grab.
How many
snacks.
Kingslayers am I making?
Well, he has a few tall glasses,
Okay.
but you can bring like the stuff for it.
Yeah,
In like a tray.
Yep.
And then just make like small.
we're gonna do that.
I'll
yeah.
grab snacks from the bar.
I'm
There's
gonna.
plenty of snacks. There's pretzels and other shit.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna make
meal.
a
I
bliss
get
cake.
Pretzels, there's cookies,
Like,
there's
pint
Armadillo,
glass
Armadillo will
Kingslayers.
help you.
there's lemon cake. I know you
I
like
get
the
lemon cakes.
Okay. Agneer, you are
You're done.
suddenly part of a social gathering, and it is strange. No one's fighting. There isn't tests of no one's doing like a feat. It's just people hanging out and socializing.
Jordan, you have to try this lemon cake. It specifically is the best.
Sure, I'll try the lemon cake.
Lemon cake. I feed it to him.
Mmm.
That's the one with
That's
the
got that
syrup.
winter light. Mmm.
Yeah.
That's that good shit.
You're not even that drunk. Why are you?
Don't worry, and I come out with a tray of pint glass
Maybe I am.
Kingslayers.
He had a second one,
Sneaky?
and he failed.
Oh!
Because he made a bunch of them earlier,
Yeah.
so I
Oh,
rolled
no.
for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Hookah bar!
Oh, God.
I've never had hookah. What's in it?
I got that halfling pipe weed.
Oh, yeah, I've had that. Let's do it.
Wait, should you mix that with alcohol?
It's the best.
Are you sure?
Don't
Yes.
mix it.
No hangover tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
That
how that works.
sounds true.
It sounds like a pothead, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys smoke and drink. Do you want to talk about anything while we're there?
I kind of talked about the Bliss Cake conspiracy already.
Hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, okay?
Don't quote Drake at me.
It's also true because
Drake,
I only lived
famous
Bard.
play. You know, and because of how the age at which Eric Cochran's mature, it's not even creepy when he's
Stop!
doing his Drake stuff.
Also, I only lived to like 30.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's a good Drake joke. Just tossing that out there.
What kind of bird
I'm
would
just
Drake
old
be?
enough.
Just old enough for Drake. And a ripe 2. So, Drake bird. While you're there, Agnir, do you share that you tried to go into a cave? Well, a sewer underneath?
No, not yet. That's my secret.
Agnir,
probably
what
a
have
good
you
move.
been up to?
Oh,
Growing more mushrooms, it looks like.
for a place to start the embassy.
Have you found anything yet?
Not yet. The city is very, it's not good.
Do you need help?
Eloquent!
We're pretty great at helping
Mercy.
and doing stuff.
You could have just come asked us, like, if you needed help.
Yep.
There's been people dying and disappearing and dying everywhere.
Wait, what? People
I'm
dying
kidding.
and disappearing?
I don't know if they're dying.
What?
It sounds like a good story if I
What?
say that.
People in
Kazdan.
Gygax have been, they don't know where they're going. One minute they're there, and the next minute.
How many people
They're
have
gone.
disappeared?
Just fucking
Well,
gone.
you know,
I told you guys earlier
like
that
a
people have
half
been
dozen or so.
disappearing.
Half a dozen?
Yeah, only one of them had a family.
What?
That's good.
I literally told you earlier that people were disappearing.
Pass that shit.
Oh, God!
It's pretty accurate.
That's gonna get me good.
Hope suck up on me.
Whew. And then Armadill's like,
Yeah. How do you do,
yeah, it's good.
how do you do this?
You just go.
Just
You take it.
You suck on it.
You suck on it.
He knows what I'm talking about. I point at your gun.
Sure do. And then you get it in your mouth.
High five the professor.
You get it in your mouth.
No,
and
I
then-
get up and I'm gonna
then
fucking
you-
slap the professor.
Are you trying to roll for an attack?
Yes.
I want to try and avoid it if possible.
Just your armor classes.
Okay, sure, fine.
Disadvantage on the attack though, because you're drunk as
Oh yeah,
fuck.
you have disadvantage
Oh,
on your
fuck.
unarmed non. It's just strength modifier.
It was 10 both times, so that's a.
Well, what's is your armor's not on though?
No, so.
So it's 10 plus your dex.
Unarmed strike.
What? No, his AC is 10 plus dex because his
Oh, yeah,
arcane
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a 12.
10 plus. Yeah, I think I'm still good. No, 11. Yeah, you hit me.
Well, you can cast shield as a reaction.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
He totally would.
You bitch.
So what I need you to do is now make a dex save with disadvantage
Okay.
because you are drunk to try to cast it.
It'd be really funny if he hits and then she.
We haven't had a moment like this since the zone of truth, you guys.
What's your dex save?
10.
Your dad was in that too. I
10?
forgot.
Okay. No, it had to exceed her attack.
Yeah.
So you go.
A
Close.
little late on that one.
Anyways,
I'm not on
you
time.
barely feel it. Barely feel it. I mean, it's just like blah, blah,
Sure.
blah. Your teeth kind of rattle a little bit. You're like, whatever. It does 1 damage, so
Okay.
you don't have to mark it down unless you guys plan on fighting to the death.
I think it might.
Maybe. You're
Are
done.
we sparring now?
Wait, why would we be
In.
sparring?
Hold it in.
Okay.
If you feel like you're gonna cough, exhale.
Okay.
Or hold it a little bit longer and cough if you want to get super fucked up.
Okay. She's gonna try to take a
Okay.
head of it and go.
Go and roll a Constitution check. Save. See if you cough.
13?
13. You're good. That's pretty good. You probably could have held a little bit longer, but what flavor is in the hookah? You have all of them. So just
All
pick
of them?
one.
Oh God.
You pick. Yeah, I mean, you literally copied the hookah thing, so you got all the stuff.
What,
Like
I mean,
fruits, vanilla, chocolate, all sort of coffee, things
some
like that.
sort of baked good for sure.
Oh,
Blueberry
fuck.
muffins,
Some apple pie.
apple pie,
Sure.
lemon cake.
Yeah.
Which
Apple
one?
pie.
Apple pie. So it tastes a little bit like apple pie. It's got a little bit of earthy tobacco at the back end of your mouth, but other than that,
This is interesting.
it's pretty good. It's almost like you want to like take a bite, but you can't
Yeah.
because you're already drunk. So it's like,
I just start eating more lemon cakes.
yeah,
Like,
everybody's just hanging out.
why would we fight, Agner?
I thought you and Professor were sparring.
No, I just hit him because he said a stupid thing.
Jokes are stupid. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Yes.
You're stupid.
You're in a toilet that I made that's not a toilet, so...
You can't even make it look like not a toilet.
Yes,
You
I
always-
can! I just like it!
Why you like a toilet?
That's private! How dare
Is
you?
it because you poop on yourself all the time?
Okay. That was like twice.
It was a lot.
I have a
You
life
peed
before
on
I met
yourself
you
like
people.
3
And
times.
Valios, you're sitting across from this, just like kind of zoning out, and you see Kasdan. He makes eye contact with you,
And I go, you chose him.
and then he goes,
At least.
and then at that point you feel on your shoulder, and Kasdan is out like a light.
Alright.
Like
My
a
light.
A.
like a light.
Another Drake reference, just saying.
He's a very prolific bard.
How many more can we get?
I'm really hoping he dies in game.
Me or Drake?
Drake.
See, at least I admit when I have feelings for somebody. I'm not a big chicken.
I haven't had feelings in years. Joke's on you. I don't...
That's not true.
You don't know.
That's not true, and you know it.
You don't know.
I have feelings, and they're mine.
Speaking the truth.
I pound it. You both miss.
Do I need a zone of truth? Oh wait, I can't.
Please don't make a spell happen.
Why?
I mean, why? That sounds like work.
Doesn't work.
Don't bring work to the party.
Yeah, you're
work.
fucking ruining it. We have
He won't be
you know,
open and honest about
hey,
his feelings.
We have a real big day
Who wants
tomorrow.
to hear anyone
You
screech
need it.
about that?
Thank
Did
you.
you just gotta say I'm screeching?
You did sound like you were screeching a little bit.
Excuse me?
Oh no.
Armadillo looks up at him and goes, a little bit. You shouldn't say that out loud.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I mean, just like, if you're just not comfortable with that, you gotta have boundaries, man.
He's
Like, when I was
his-
out on the pirate ship with Guar...
oh
that guy
god,
does
here we
not-
go with the pirate
That
ship
guy does
again.
not talk about his feelings
Fucking-
whatsoever unless it's about smashing people to
And he's
smithereens.
not healthy. He's not a
I didn't
healthy
say it was
person.
healthy. I'm just saying, like...
His boundaries are a brick wall.
Well,
And he
then
won't even
Brick
let
walls
us
are
through.
cool. They hold up buildings.
find a door, not a chisel.
There are no
That's
Sounded
doors.
deep as fuck.
Actually,
He's
pretty
basically
good.
made himself a bunker.
I'm super high.
Yeah.
Guys, we have a real big day tomorrow.
Wait,
Oh,
why do
shit,
we have
you
a
have
big
a
day?
speech.
Oh fuck!
And you guys are gonna be on stage with me or
Wait,
whatever.
are we gonna be on stage with you?
Yep.
Why?
Decided that already.
Oh, why?
Just now.
We
Uh-oh.
it's
Wait,
just
am I going?
no,
No.
you shouldn't.
Hey, slipping in.
You can sit in the front row though.
You are not sleeping in.
Why
You are
not?
coming.
You're coming with us.
Oh.
But you're not gonna be with us.
Alright, I'll be your +1 or whatever.
Yeah. Or you guys can sit in the front row. That's probably a better idea.
I'm good
That's
with
probably
whatever.
better.
Well,
I don't think we should be on stage.
well, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. Maybe they want to see you. Maybe you can call them up on stage like
Yeah.
a magic show.
Smart. I need some.
Yes.
It's a
These
magic
are my
show.
these are my assistants,
Yeah.
Lenya and the professor, and Agnir.
And that one, right?
Yeah,
What?
my assistants.
No,
That's a weird name. I like that.
Hmm.
I'm not a speaker.
So that's like tomorrow.
You don't have to
That's like
speak.
tomorrow morning?
Sometime tomorrow. I don't know. Just playing it by ear at this point.
Oh, you have ears.
How else would he hear, dummy?
Oh yeah. They're just not like ours.
Oh my god.
It's like a head.
'cause I'm-
It's like head cloacas for his brain.
I don't think he understands what the word cloaca means.
Sure.
It means bird hole.
It's a bird hole.
God, why?
Why would I know what a cloaca is? I'm not dumb.
It's just a
I'm
little.
not dumb. Socially awkward. I didn't ever have to like learn how to talk real well with people because
Cause what?
Cause you're handsome. Yes, I know.
I'm good looking.
What is
I didn't know I had to talk good to people until other good looking people started talking to me. Not a lot of pickings out in Brown Cedar Hold, you know?
No, I
It's a
don't
small
know.
place. Oh, it's a small place. Few families. We're the best looking in a little tiny village.
Like a brown cedar hold 10 is like a Gygax 4.
Okay, then that makes me 16 in Brown Cedar Hold.
Good math.
What?
You guys are crazy, and also that's really mean
What's mean?
to like other people.
Oh.
Why do you
some
care
people
how
just don't...
people look?
What? I don't care how people
People
look.
are more than just their looks.
Yeah, I know. A lot of them are really good at talking. That's what I'm saying. They have
Yeah.
other things.
Like
that they
him.
can
We
probably
were,
reckon.
we were just putting numbers on the looks.
Yeah.
It's just,
As like a value judgment on
like
people.
if you could take everyone's personality statistics and like figure out numbers that correspond.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, but like
It's convenient.
Quickness and speed, I'm like a 20.
Most people are
But I'm like
pretty
an
okay.
8
I
when it
have,
comes
like-
to lifting things.
My charisma's like 20, so
Yeah, you're both good looking.
I can lift things like an 8 out
You
of 20. So like, what
On a
Charismatic.
scale of 8 out of 20.
I can lift things. It's- we all have different things that go to 20, and some of us just have higher ones than others.
like hollow bones. Your hollow bone stat is 20.
Not even gonna say it would just walk through my head, but we're fine.
Flew through your head.
You are.
I know, I couldn't hear it over the sound of the.
Stomping?
That was his hooves. Cause I.
Oh.
I do have hooves.
And
And the tail.
And horns.
Start spinning around.
Look at it. That's a little devil tail.
Did you forget?
Did I even realize? Why didn't you guys tell me I had a tail?
You had a tail the whole time.
I don't ever look back there. It's never anything good.
Casson wakes up. Disagree. Falls back to sleep. You see Armadillo over there.
Oh.
She's small. And she took many small puffs, not knowing how to do it, and she didn't feel anything at first. It happened.
Are you good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Jake's too good at that.
I've been there.
I wonder why.
She's right at that point when it's like, is it gonna fail me?
Oh no.
Not that. No, it was good.
Not that point.
That point. Agnir, how many hookahs did you do?
2 hookahs.
Okay, roll me a Constitution save.
He injected 2 hookahs.
Just one Constitution save for 2 hookahs.
We need to clean the streets and get rid of these hookahs.
18. Okay, you're you're a little bit high, a little bit drunk, but not like bad. You could still defend the area if needed from assailants. So, anything else you guys want to do while this hookah lounge session happens?
think I'm good.
I'm going to give Avelios a hug. I really hope that your speech goes good tomorrow. And you don't mess up.
You're real great at talking when you're drunk, by the way.
I know. But I believe in you, you know?
If the people don't like him, they'll cut his head off.
I don't
He
think they'll
keeps giggling.
kill him.
You guys have guillotines here?
Guillotine?
They if they have them here, they know I said it wrong. If they don't, they don't.
Guillotines?
Okay, you have them. Cool.
Isn't that named after like a French inventor?
I
don't
think so. Like Francois Guillotine.
If you
You want a baguette? No, a
Real life high!
On, baguette.
Ha baguette fromage!
So very
Kill the bourgeoisie!
Stop.
Dumb?
Stop. Where are you?
Oh, fuck.
Anyway. So, anything else?
And then I want to give the professor a hug.
I'm drunk enough, I'll hug her back.
Aww.
That's the first time that's happened.
Hey, I know you don't like to talk about your feelings, but sometimes it's good to just be honest with yourself and love people. And that's okay. We love you.
Better be careful or I'm gonna tell as you're done, I'm gonna figure out how to make tattoos.
That's fine.
Ooh, you should have said that.
He did not hear you say that.
That's even better.
He rolled a 3.
Jason, you want to go hang out in my room or something?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
What?
He gets up immediately. Starts walking out.
Is Kasdan, like, conscious at this point?
Yeah, he failed every single roll.
Okay.
So
I'll ask him, like, do you want to, like, sleep in one of the guest rooms or anything? Or, like, right where you are, I guess, if you're comfortable. I just don't want you to have to walk back to wherever you have to go.
Wow.
right here.
Okay.
And then he nuzzles.
Can I not sleep on the Hartnell, or do I just not have to?
You don't have to. You
Okay.
feel, I mean, you could totally do it. Like, sometimes when you don't do it, the sensation is similar to staying up past being tired and then getting that second wind and then never having that drop off.
Alright, I'll stay here so I don't wake him up.
Okay. Adorable.
That's fucking cute.
And then Armadillo.
Ready for bed?
What?
What?
She's so far gone.
Oh no.
I'll help her get
She's
up.
almost she's so far gone, she's almost gonna remember who you are.
Oh.
Burn.
Do you say that to him aloud?
Yeah.
Sure. She hears that and goes, maybe.
This is so bad.
It's fine.
She gets up. Okay, we're just gonna have to take me on one date, Buster.
Wow.
She just walks to wherever. She doesn't know where.
I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
lead her to.
Alright, you guys have a good night.
Then Agnir, are you just sitting in there, staring at the professor and Kasdan? He's rolling for it.
Yeah.
Professor's high enough, he's just gonna stare at him as long as he, like,
Okay.
unceasingly.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Okay, you have a good 6 minutes. That for you feels much shorter.
Okay, sure.
You're like, oh shit, has it been 6 minutes? Agnir, it's been 6 minutes. Do you want to stay longer?
No.
He takes one last puff. Sets it down.
right.
And then
Yeah,
walks.
you too, wherever you do, Roddy guy.
I know you can't be fruitful like the others, but have fun, I suppose.
You cannot be fruitful like the others, but have fun.
I knew he was gonna say something about the fact that you can't make babies with your butt sex.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Butt sex?
Fuck.
Give a round of applause for Egnir coming in clutch at the end. Okay, so next session, you will give your speech, and then we're going to be at the end of downtime. We're moving forward. So decide what your speech is going to be. Decide. I mean, you don't know the information you're going to get, but odds are you have you do have that sewer that you can try to clear out for Egnir, or you can try to go straight into where Icilius is. Up to you guys.
Do Gygax stuff.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, that's Gygax.
I assume
Yeah.
I assume we'd talk about it a little bit in between her at some point, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking stick around Gygax for a little bit, maybe investigate what's going on with the missing people, if that's
'cause
anything.
that could be that
Those
could
people,
get pretty serious.
I have a feeling those people can fend for themselves less than someone like Icilius. can.
Okay.
Or Icilius.
Shut the fuck up.
And his last toenail.
Oh.
He doesn't have any at this
Yeah,
point.
those are gone. We're on fingernails now.
So, I guess next session we'll pick up. You'll have a speech kind of around 11 a.m.
On
of that
Monday.
day. What?
We're playing on Monday this time.
We are playing on Monday, not
Wait.
Sunday next week because you have to work late.
Yes.
And then,
Oh.
so Monday is going to be at normal time, so 6:30 Eastern, just like it started tonight. On Monday, so less than a week, but so not as long in between sessions now because we had to push this one back a little bit. And we're going to stay on YouTube for the foreseeable. I like it. I like not having to download it from Twitch and re-upload it, but I might start re-airing them on Twitch on Mondays as
Makes
a
sense.
rerun or
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
After we do partner. So, yeah. So next week we are the downtime is done. We are no longer out of danger, I guess, if you want to be. I mean, technically you could do whatever you want, but I assume moving forward. And I guess we'll see how your speech goes. So yeah, I would say have about 2 paragraphs. It doesn't have to be perfect, and they can help you with it and stuff. It's totally fine.
Sure.
Do your homework.
Yeah, not a lot of homework,
It's already mostly done, but
nice. And
Nice.
so yeah,
That's a
What?
lie. You
That's not
told
a
us
lie.
today that you didn't.
I said I wrote the whole intro, which is literally
30 minutes before he showed up to the game today.
right here.
there it is. So yeah, be able to call it 3 minutes. Fill 3 minutes, then you're good. And then usually how that goes is they're gonna file out, and then people might come up to you and talk to you if you want to take questions. So after that, yeah, gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. You guys did well. I feel real high in real life.
I know, right?
There you go.
I'm totally sober, but pretending to act drunk and high
gets
makes
you in
me.
the
It's
headspace.
like, yeah.
It gives you a good headspace.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that's like anymore.
Degenerate.
Everybody have a good night. We'll be back next Monday. Other than that, maybe I'll do a follow-up thing on Unpop. But Hugo's been putting out some content on Unpop too. In case you saw us, in case you like Who Cares, lots of stuff happening. So
Yep.
I love you deeply. And you know what? Let's try to get a preliminary on a T-shirt.
Possibly.
All right.
Working through some commissions.
I know, but this, I love you all dearly.
Be fruitful.
Be fruitful.
I can't.